Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hello, everyone. How are you doing today? Welcome back. It is a brand new week, and we just got the world premiere in Taipei behind us. We know all the cards in high seas. Exciting times. Just 2 weeks until we get everything. Although pre-release is soon, and if we're lucky, some of us are gonna have some cards after the pre-releases. Like some of us will have some boxes. Two things I want to say before we get going. I was very confused when I started to stream today because there is we're over 200 people watching streams in the category. It's like, what is this, a glitch or something? I was like, no, it seems like there is a French streamer which has quite a big following, seems to be opening Flesh and Blood for the first time. So if any of those make it over here, welcome. Otherwise, Black Belt, Jay, and Lillian, how are you? How's everybody else doing? It's good to see you. I'm keen to hear about your thoughts regarding the sealed format and the draft for the new set, if you watched any of the coverage from the weekend. It seems like the world premiere was sold out at 600, right? Which is good. Prepping for an army, nice. What is it? CC or Blitzen? What are you playing? Draft looks good, but have to play it to know. True. Blitz. That means you're playing Yoji or you're playing the Emperor, probably. We could play the draft format on stream tomorrow. I have to file. Everything is ready for drafting. We could do a stream draft. So that is a possibility. So I think I'm not going to do it today, but tomorrow, if we have the amount of people that want to play, then, if we get 7 to 8 people together, and I'd be happy to do a draft. I didn't draft really any of the Hunted, or like maybe once, but now that I'm going to be playing Nationals, and Nationals, the set that is going to be drafted there is, well, high seas, I kind of have to practice. I have to do a few drafts, right? Doing great, thanks. Don't really know what I think of the new set, because you didn't look into it yet, or because you just need to decide or digest the cards a bit more. You drafted 100 twice and did a box sealed. Yeah, that's not that much either, right? Do you usually draft more, or is that about on average for how much you draft? I have shocking news. I have absolutely shocking news. I have discovered the worst thing about this set. And this will trigger many of you. I think I need to put a trigger warning here. This is... I can't believe they did this. I can't believe they did this. This is just... It's unbelievable. I mean, it's not acceptable, to be honest. It's worse than, cards being printed majestic that shouldn't, like the amulets, or, the armories deck having cards which are exclusive to it, or no weapon for Necromancer, or delivery issues. This is worse than all of that. There's 3 cards here. Hook, line, and sinker. Now, in theory, hook, line, and sinker, that's how the saying goes, right? That is the right order. But do you notice anything here? The art is off. If you look at it, it should be this shark thing, then the sinker, and then the line. If you were to turn the sinker and the line art around, you'd have like one panorama art thing. But the thing is, it doesn't work, right? Because hook, line, sinker is how you say it, and this is the line, this is the hook, and this is the sinker, right? But then what you're trying to do here doesn't work. It doesn't work. The art doesn't work. Oh. Yeah, you know what this is? Something to be a sub... I mean, I'm clearly upset about it. Unfollowed Rush? Yeah, sorry, I did a bit of a... There was a bit of bait, huh? It doesn't work, but, you know, whatever. Yeah, so... I don't know if it's just me, but maybe it is the borders, but isn't it like the art direction of the 3 classes? It's so distinct. So if you're up here with mech, right? It's like kind of bright, and there's yellows and there's oranges, and there is a bit of you know when they put the Mexico filter on movies? That's kind of the sense that I'm getting, right? So that's up here with mech. Sorry. Okay, good. And then we move down here to the gravy stuff. The Necromancer, it's all very dark blues, dark colors, muted, very... not oppressive, but, you know, a very different feel in the art. And then when you come down here to Marlynn, like, it's a lot of bright blues. I really like how just scrolling through the set, you can kind of tell with what class you are, which is really cool. And then that doesn't really work for the pirates anymore. But I love the ships. Also, during Necro set review, could I join you in voice? I mean, sure. Lillian about to set the mic on fire. The first thing that I don't like about the set is that all Necro is also pirate. Looking at Blaze Emperor or Prevant. Prevant? Casino KO? Ah. Alright. Okay. I mean... yeah, I mean, why not? Let's, Lillian, do you want to jump on and we'll just go through the cards one by one? Have a look at the set. Alright. Okie dokie. Let's do that. Before we get into any games today, we'll do a kind of a review of the set. I've never done something like this before, so, you know, forgive me. But we'll have an expert on the line as well. Alright, let me then get them on. How do I... that should do it. Alright. Doing a set review also helps knowing all the cards. That it does. 100%. 100%. And we are coming up to Nationals this year, right? So, I think one of the questions I need to answer in the next few days is, what hero am I going to play? Because at the moment, I honestly don't know what hero, even what class I'm going to be playing. I have no idea at the moment. There's a few options. I've been wondering if Syndra is looking pretty good. It really comes down to the power level of the new heroes. Yeah, no issues, no issues. Like, how powerful do the new heroes look? What are you guys thinking? Are they looking pretty strong, or not that much?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, can hear you well.
It doesn't help if you have it on push to talk.
No, that sounds like the kind of thing I would do. Alright, let's turn the music off. How are you doing today?
Doing good. You?
Yeah, I'm doing well, thank you, thank you. Ready for UK Board Game Expo. I look forward to going to play some board games and some Flesh and Blood as well.
Yeah, it's always fun trying out a bunch of board games.
Oh, it's gonna be awesome. Can't wait. Alright, good. So I'm wondering if I share my screen with you. That probably makes most sense for you to see where exactly we are. I don't know if that will
Sure.
kill the
If it
stream.
impacts the stream, then I can also follow in February.
Yeah, it should be okay, guys. Let me know if we're having any network issues here. Okay, good. All right, let's just go through it top down, starting with the Fabled here. I don't know what you think about this one, but in terms of a Fabled, I think creating a
It's one
gold
of
is
the
pretty
better
good.
ones.
Yeah.
It's one of the better ones. It's very good in Kasai, solid in
Yeah.
Victor. I've seen it see play in both Puffin and Marlynn.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's been a bit awkward in Gravy, but it still works. I
mean,
think it's one of the better fables.
Yeah, being at yellow is pretty good as well, right? Because there's quite a few cards referencing yellows, which is nice.
Yes, for discarding in Gravy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I mean, look, you don't want to do that because then you can't create a gold
you don't
token.
get
Obviously,
gold.
it only counts
No,
when you pitch it, but
it's been, I think, best in Marlyn and Puffin.
yeah.
For Puffin, it gives her the gold. She needs gold every turn.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly, right. So so it's a pretty good card when it comes to Fabled, which then is the conversation is that worrying? Is this gonna do you think it's gonna be like a must include for some of the heroes like Kasai? And then suddenly you have this
Mm,
very, very rare card that suddenly people have to have?
it might be a must-have for Kasai, but also Kasai does not see a whole lot of play, so not really a problem for now.
Okay. Yeah.
I
And
don't
I'm
think it's a must-have for the current high seas heroes.
yeah. And I think we've had other Fables which have
We've
been
had other
played
good
pretty
fables. I think
as
one
well,
of the
right? So
best is Eye of Ophidia.
yeah.
Probably the most played is Light of Soul, and I don't
Yes.
think they've been a problem.
No, they have not. That is very true. But they've also seen play mostly in, I would say,
With
niche
one specific
heroes.
hero.
Yeah,
But I
exactly.
think this will be the same. This will see play in 1 to 2 heroes, and that's it.
All right. I mean, in that case, it's not really an issue. Yeah, yeah. Would agree with you. All right. So Puffin. So correct me if I'm wrong, and I haven't really figured the heroes out like Puffin and Marlynn that much, but generally, I think the play pattern is you want to destroy a gold, create the golden cock, then you want to crank that, and you want to do a bunch of stuff, basically.
Yes, yes. She's probably the deck that still needs the most work.
Yeah.
Her hero power is probably the most powerful of the three. Just draw a card is already
Yeah.
incredible text. But she struggles if she doesn't get gold. Like
Yeah.
with the few games I've seen of her, if she has like 2-3 turns where she just can't make gold and she can't make a cog, the deck kind of just fumbles around and does nothing.
Yeah.
But if she gets going and she can just keep snowballing that gold, it's very good.
Okay. So yeah, you want to think about things in the destroy items, which Brute are good.
Yes.
Interestingly enough. Yeah, she's the only hero from the new set I've actually played a game with. Because I was thinking
She
of
looks
playing her.
incredibly fun. Just the tapping, untapping of the cogs, it really feels like you're building a machine. She feels good to play.
Yeah, yeah. Absolutely. Hey Dot, how you doing? Guys, let me know if you can hear Lilian properly and everything is going well. Let me know if there's any other issues, but should be okay. And then obviously we need to talk about Polly, which seems to be crucial to it as well. Now, okay, so action, tap, banish this, return this to the arena under its owner's control, unequipped, untapped, and with a Steam counter. So thanks, Dot. So if this gets attacked,
it dies.
And dies, and then it's gone forever, right? There's like you basically, yeah.
Okay. You cannot attack it while it's purged. So till you use it once, it's safe, unless it's a wizard and they just target it with arcane damage.
Yes, or whatever says do 1 damage to anything, basically to any target.
Yes, to any target that will also kill it.
Yeah. So there's a few things that can kill it, but not that many.
This is also just a must play.
Yeah.
In Puffin. It's a free equip. It's very good.
Yeah.
It is just basically at one point in the game you just draw a card and you force your opponent to attack it.
Yeah. So it's the use would be you're waiting for your pop-off turn, or you want to swing the game around in your favor, take over control,
Even
and
just a
that's when you use
tournament,
it.
you just need one more card. You can just crack a gold, make a cog, crank that, and use Poly to crank again and draw a card.
Yeah.
It's good to go for a go wide turn, a power turn.
Yeah.
Very good. Very
Yeah.
solid card.
Yeah, I like it. That also looks very cool.
Best card of the set.
Well, yes, until I saw Sticky Fingers. And I'm like, I like Sticky Fingers. Yeah, we got a surprise hero on this set on the weekend, which was amazing.
It was great seeing that hero. I love the flavor.
Yeah, same. I really like him, and I wish there was an adult version of it. I think I would play him immediately. But
his hero power is incredibly good. I think if he had an adult version, it would be the best hero in the set.
Could be. Yeah.
The effect is so good. Just the rum is incredible.
Yeah, maybe that's why there's no adult version. Or
yes, yeah, I think so.
I think what I found interesting before we move on with Golden Skywarden is that the ally, the Sticky Fingers, is at rare, right? So you could play him in Project Blue.
I thought Sticky Finger was a basic card.
Oh yeah, it's basic, right? Oh yeah, never mind.
The hero is rare.
The hero is rare. Yeah.
They did that so you don't have to also open the ally. That would be brutal. If you had to open both to play it.
Yeah, that chance would probably be close to 0. Hey, Maracuja. Good. All right. Golden Skywarden yellow 4-cost Galvanize. When this defense, you may destroy an item you control. If you do this, gets +1. If a golden cog is destroyed this way, create a gold token. Repeat this process. I mean, it can be. I feel like this card could be either be pretty clunky when you get it at the wrong time, or it can be pretty good when you get it at the right time.
So this card is really, really good. It basically lets you turn all your golden cogs back into gold.
Yeah.
It defends a lot, and that gold can then be turned back into golden cogs. This just keeps the engine going.
Yeah. Unless, again, you draw it, you have no cogs out for whatever reason at that time.
The problem is if you already have no cogs, your deck's already in trouble.
Fair.
The deck should be built that you always have at least 1 to 2 cogs.
Yeah.
But I think this will also be the hardest deck to build.
Possibly. Because she plays a bit different than other mechs, right? She doesn't really have the same patterns with boosts, so she'll be a puzzle.
She will probably still play the 0 to 60, the zipper hits, but...
Yeah. Alright, good. Jolly Bludger. Next Majestic, 2-cost yellow. When this attacks, you may tap a cog you control. If you do this, gets overpower, and this deals damage to a hero. Steal that many items they control. Thrice a turn, tap a cog you control. This gets +1. I mean, if you have a bunch of cogs, this feels pretty good as well. 3 block, 2.
It's very good in the pirate matches,
yeah.
where you just steal all their gold. It's not so good into matches that don't have items. Then it's just a 2, 4, 6, 7.
Yeah.
That's fine, but...
I mean, a 2 for 7 is good. A 2 for 7 with 3.
A 2 for 7 with requirements.
Yeah. If you yes, exactly. If you fulfill the conditions, it's fine. 2 for 6 is still on rate as well. So yeah,
it's fine. This one's good, but not great.
Yeah. Okay. And then we have the 2 weapon here: Cockworks, Blunderbuss, and Spitfire. Cockworks is action, pay 2. Tap, attack, and the attack is 2. Instant tap, a cog you control discards next attack. This turn gets go again. So it doesn't feel very good by itself. It's a 2-cost, 2 attack, go again. So
I think in limited is quite good. This is the only weapon in limited that can just attack.
Yeah, okay.
All the other weapons in this set require something.
Yeah, because the bow you need the arrows, and well, famously...
And the other mech weapon, the Mechanologist weapon, requires golden cogs. So in limited, it's fine.
Okay. All right. Would you still run it? Is there a world where she runs a different weapon from a
I
different
think
set?
there are lists. I think there are lists to build unlimited. Like there are ways to draft unlimited to make either weapon good.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Like a more blue yellow heavy list can make this weapon very decent.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, Tickle Fits is not around because the camera keeps breaking every time I unplug it, and I need to unplug my laptop quite often because I shared the stream setup with where I do my day job. So sadly, I need to figure out that issue. Spitfire, 2 attack, action. Tap this and the cock and control attack. This attacks
Yeah,
you
this
may tap a cock and you get +1. I mean,
this is just great.
it's
It's a 0 cost 2 attack.
Yeah,
If you have an extra cog, a 0 cost 3 attack.
yeah, seems pretty good. Finish a chain for
Yep.
2 damage for
Just
free.
3, 2, 3 damage. It's incredibly good.
Yeah. So you probably almost run this in a constructed set.
Yes, yes. I think for Puffin, this is the best
Yeah.
weapon.
Yeah. Dot likes it too. Cogworks Tinker Rings. This is a legendary arm piece. A Mechanologist equipment. When this event, create a golden cog token. It is 2 blade break. It blocks and it can bail you out if you don't have any cogs, right? So which seems pretty good.
Yeah, the arms are just a fix a bad hand. It's 2
Yeah.
block. It's just also very good.
Yeah, sometimes you'll just need that, which is just good, right? Wait,
And
wait.
do mechs have another 2 block arm piece? I don't think so. So it might also be better in others.
Yeah, yeah. Dot just
I
said
think
his,
before I
just-
think they used the galvanic benders a lot.
yes, or something like a Goliath gauntlet. So Dot is running this in Dash.io as well.
Yeah,
Interesting.
it's just 2 free extra armor. Not bad.
Yeah. All right, Rust Belt, common equipment, instant, tap this, destroy this, gain 1. I mean, that's for draft, sealed, limited plays, I would say. But then I heard the unicycle is great. Destroy this, untap a cocky control. I mean, sounds pretty good if you want to be constantly tapping cocks.
It also
an
helps
instant
as
as
an
well.
instant. Yes,
Yeah.
it helps as an instant, which helps for the thrice a turn, which allows you to sometimes get it off with just 2 cogs.
Yes.
And Battle Worn is good, so you can always block with it before.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Again,
this
just good
is
value.
This is included in the constructed deck then.
Yes.
Yeah, nice. It's also a fun card, like the art.
Great art.
I love
It's replacing your leg with a unicycle. Fantastic.
Yeah, why not, right?
I just hope you don't run into any stairs.
Yeah, well, yeah. Good. Cockworks, Dovetail, Majestic. When this hits a hero, on tap all cocks you control. Thrice per turn, instant, tap a cock you control. This gets +1 or go again. So that seems pretty good. So you either give it go again. 1 for 5 is already on rate, and then it blocks with 3, and then it does extra stuff as well.
So if you have 3 cogs, this is a 1 for 7 to go again that just untaps those cogs. It's absolutely incredible.
Yeah, no, it's insane. 1 for 7.
I think
this
will this is a staple for the decks.
Yeah, so basically you do a 1 for 7, and then you reset the state, and you can tap the cards again. The cogs.
Worst case scenario, follow it up with the Spitfire for 3.
Yeah, oh my god.
Which is still good.
That's like what? A 1 cost 10.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Pretty good. Next one we have the Beefy Boy, the Palantir Aeronaut. Not a Majestic, 2 cost, 6 attack, 3 block. The defending hero must defend this with an equipment they control if able. Thrice per turn, again. Tap a cocky control. This gets +1 if it is the 3rd time if activates ability, destroy a defending card. Oh my god.
Also a very good card. So
Like-
it's another T-bone.
Yes.
So decks that
Yes.
play a lot of blade break equipment get punished. But if you have 3 cogs and someone blocked with something that doesn't have blade break or anything, then you can just destroy it. Another thing to note, it destroys it before damage. So even if you block with a 2-block equipment and use 3 cogs, it's just gone. Doesn't defend anymore.
It's double whammy, right? It's a
Yep.
double whammy.
Now
Oh,
it's
God.
also a very scary card.
Yeah.
And if you have 3 cogs, it's just a 2 for 9 with blow up and equipment.
Yeah. And again, just if you ignore everything else, a 2 for 6 is fine. 2 for 6 is fine.
Yep.
3 block. Nothing to complain about. Yeah, okay. Another includes then.
Yes.
Thought 1 for 10s are good. Yeah, 1 for 10s are good. Next one is Cog in a Machine. That's a 1 cost. Create 2 golden cog tokens. You may tap a cog you control. If you do, put this on the bottom of its owner's deck. Seems 3 off in the deck automatically. I mean, creating
Yep,
2 golden cogs. Sure.
It's the entire engine of the deck.
Yeah.
It's keep in mind you can crank both cogs, so it automatically draws a card. It gives you 2 action points.
And you put it at the bottom of the deck, right? So you create 2.
Yeah,
and
that
then
is. You don't always want to do that because it does tab one of your cogs.
True.
So if you need the 3 cogs, you can't also put it on the bottom. But as long as you keep 1 in circulation, it's probably fine.
Yeah.
But just it is draw a card, gain 2 action points, and fuel your entire deck.
Yeah. Seems a good card. Cogworks Workshop. Blue, 1 cost, 3 block. Create a golden cog token. Put a steam counter on top of 2 cogs you control. I mean, seems like another auto include. Blue.
Yeah,
3
this
block.
one's not as good, but this one's still fine.
I mean, being able to put the steam counters on the cogs.
It keeps your cogs around for longer. It's a solid card, but
yeah. Like I think it. One of the big issues that a lot of decks have is bad blues, right? So I think you'd probably struggle to find a
solid
better
blue.
blue. Yeah.
There's another card later that also is very good and does something very similar.
Going to the Machine is so good. I'm playing it in Dio. You're using all
That
these
is
cards
spicy.
to play in Dio. What are you doing? Yeah, cool. Cloud in the City, Steamboat. Again, no, this is only twice. 2 for 6, again, 3 block. The Zitsu hero may tap a cog you control. If you do, put a steam counter on a cog you control. Okay, refreshing the steam counters. That's nice. And then, again, on instant, tap them to get +1. So this potentially is a 2 for 8, which is pretty good as well.
Yeah, this one seems a bit more like a draft card. Mostly because you can only play so many of the big ships.
Yes. Okay.
And I think the others are better.
Yeah. Okay, and then we have the same thing, a yellow and a blue in their respective slots. Would you take the blue here? Like, where do you see how much red, yellow, and blue does the hero play? Is it mostly reds?
I think
and
she
blues?
runs a bit more blue than IO. I think she runs closer to the same blue line as Inventor.
Yeah. Okay.
Her cards are a bit more expensive. A lot of 2 costs.
Yeah. Cogwork Zeppelin. When this hits a hero, you may tap a cog. I mean, we're also in the rares here, right? The power level comes down a bit from the Majestics, which makes sense.
I think this one is significantly better than the last one.
Oh, yeah. All right, so when this hits a hero, you may tap a cog. If you control, if you do, create a golden cog token. Yeah, that's... Yeah, again, you need those cogs, right?
Yes, this does basically the same as the last one, where you can keep a cog for the next turn, but it just makes a new one instead.
Yeah.
So it does basically the same thing, but it makes the galvanized cards better, and
yeah.
If you need this, can extend the turn with making more cogs.
Yeah. Okay.
I think this does the same as the last one, but just better.
Okay. Okay. Copper Cog next. This card is unlimited. You can have as many as you
Yes.
want in your deck, so you can just build 60 card Copper Cogs if you're so inclined.
Absolutely a legal deck. Might not win a whole lot, but
I mean, you can just build a deck with these and then just come along with a weapon and see where you get. I mean, the problem is that they don't block, but hey. So this has Crank. Remove a steam count from it if you do get an action point. This enters the arena with 2 steam counters as sort of return destroy this unless you remove a steam counter from it. So it doesn't like if you have golden cogs or copper cogs doesn't really matter, right? It's just it refers to cogs, so you can use
there
this
are a
to
few cards that specifically look
okay.
for golden cogs.
Yeah.
But like the one that allows you to sacrifice a cog, that one specifically asks golden cogs.
Okay.
The first real card we reviewed.
Okay.
It is very good though. This one just means you always have a cog for the next turn. If you had a gold, this just replaces itself.
Yeah. Okay.
The real question in the deck is how many do you want? Do you want 3, 4, 5?
I would say not that many because it doesn't block, and it probably comes down to how many blues
this
you're
will
running.
be more of an aggro deck.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's, it comes down to the math, like how often do you want to draw one? At the end,
I think I think 3 to 6 is you're right is the correct number.
Oh, Dot, you like 4 to 5? Okay.
The card is incredibly good.
Oh, okay.
It keeps the cog for the next turn. It keeps you going.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Lubricate. Love the art on this. There's some weird dwarf. Apparently,
yeah, I think it's a dwarf. I think he's setting himself on fire. I'm not sure.
I don't know what's going on, but it looks fun. But
also,
anyway,
not a good guy.
The card, it's a blue, doesn't block, 0 cost, and you untap 3 cogs. I mean, that seems pretty good as well.
I think it's a lot of the time it's a do nothing card.
Okay. I mean, the initial problem I see again, it doesn't block, right? That's the immediately.
I don't think spending a card to untap 3 cogs is really worth it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Pinion Sentry. Reminds me of a Warhammer Titan.
Yep.
When does the fancy?
It reminds me of the AdMech robots.
Yes.
The killer from Scalathrax. I don't know.
I mean, even the background, right? Maybe somebody got a bit of inspiration there from people over at Games Workshop. Let's not say it too loud.
Watch out, they'll sue you.
Yeah, exactly. When this defense, you may tap a cog you control. If you do, create a golden cog token, 3 block.
It's incredible. It's a blue 3 drop that again keeps your cogs going. It just keeps the engine going.
Yeah. Okay.
These are the kind of cards you just need to keep those cogs every single turn.
Yeah. So when you're building the deck, then like, you'd probably want to draw about 1 card every turn that says create a cog.
Yes, you want to try to make a gold or a cog every single turn.
Yeah.
You want to keep them going. If you ever really run out of gold or cogs, the deck can just struggle.
So we're a few cards into the mech stuff now. I without looking at it, I would assume the pirate cards are the cards that create the gold, and the mech cards are the ones that create.
Yes, so that we already have seen all the mech pirate cards. There are only 2 of them.
Yeah.
For gold gen, you just use the base pirate cards and the gloves. You can use the gloves. Okay. I think in a aggro matchup you use the pirate gloves, and in a more defensive matchup you use the mech gloves.
Okay. Got it. Moving on to commons. Cloud Skiff, 1 cost, 5 attack, once per turn. Tap a cog you control, this gets +1. So the Majestic does that thrice, the rare twice, and the commons once. Or somewhat like that. So I guess mostly limited, but
It's 1 for 5 with if you have a cog go again.
Yeah, it's fine. It's good.
pretty good.
It's yeah, it's
Could
pretty
be a
good.
1 for
It's
6.
I was
I
thinking
think the
it's
0 cost version is better.
okay. There's a 0 cost version. Well,
Next
yes.
card.
Oh, so that would be 0 for 4. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, of course. But this is like a looking for scrap, right?
It's a zipper hitter, basically.
Oh yeah, yeah. Zipper hit OP. Zipper hit's pretty good.
Zipper hits is not the biggest card.
Pretty good.
And the
All right,
upside is you're not destroying your own deck.
Yeah. Yes. Which is also very good. You need the extra.
She has a better she can last longer in grindier matches.
Yes, and the
But I
trade-off
think
is
you still play Zipper Hit. Zipper Hit's still an incredible card.
okay. Yeah, I mean the trade-off is to burning through your deck that you need to create the cogs, and if you instead of burning through your cards as quickly as maybe other mechs, your challenge is to maintain a deck that creates the cogs, and if somebody messes with that, then that's your downfall compared to other mechs, right? Yeah. Okay, Sky's Gamer, that's a 0 for 4 then. Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think this one is a little bit better.
I mean, 0 for 4 is just great. It's
also fine if it's the chain ender.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, 0 for 4 is great, and if you get go again out of it, and even a +1, I mean, if you
or
get
if
a
you have
0,
spare action points, it's a 0 for 5. Very solid.
Yeah, very good.
Also,
good.
I think one of the really good draft cards.
Yeah.
Same with 1 for 5.
Yeah, especially with 3 block as well.
Yeah.
I mean, even you have a cock, you send this for 0 for 5 without anything else into the weapon, even if you have 2 cocks. Yeah, good. Teeth of the cock, galvanize. When this defense, you may destroy an item you control. If you do, create a golden cock.
This is a bit more of a draft card because of the 2 block, I think.
Yeah.
But it does recycle your cogs back into gold, allows you to then draw cards again, and keeps your cogs going. Solid card.
Yeah, seems fine. 0 to 2 block was what drew my attention as well. I thought with galvanize, usually galvanize improves your block, right? So I was a bit surprised to see that doesn't actually say it improves your block.
In the bright lights, all the galvanized were mostly +1, but
yeah,
I like that they expanded it to also give other effects.
Yeah.
Keeps the design space open. You can do a lot of fun stuff with it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
but fairly
block,
solid.
But...
Just keeps the golden cogs going.
So it does look like she is pretty much an aggro deck, though, right? So the question then is, how much does it hurt you of not having that 3 block?
I think Mechanologist will always be a bit of an aggro hero.
Yeah.
Just because of how good the aggro cards are.
Yeah. So maybe the 2 doesn't really matter that much, and it's more important just to be able to destroy that item and create that golden cog to, as you say, keep the engine going.
But keep in mind that Galvanize is only on defense.
Oh. Of
so
course.
I don't think this is good as in CC. In draft, I like this card.
Okay.
In draft, this is fine.
Yeah, okay. Tough Old Wrench. Hey. Galvanize, when this defense, you may destroy an item you control. If you do, create a golden cock token.
Sounds very similar. In limited, I like this one more. 2 for 6s are very solid. Though in the blue ones, I like this one more in limited, even in blue.
Yeah, I mean, if you can build a deck around some kind of go again card and the 2 for 6, that's already a solid turn. Right, it's like block 2 cards and just send a 2 for 6, and you could win pots with a deck built around that kind of stuff.
In a lot of formats, playing a 3 for 7 every turn was just your entire strategy.
Yeah,
I think that was all of heavy hitters. Play a 3 for 7 and block.
And that's kind of I feel like when you're playing into the Necromancer, 7 is a magic number as well, right? To be able to clear the board, which is we haven't seen any 7s yet. So
you mean for limited or for CC? Because there's only one 7 Necro ally, and that's a Majestic.
No, I mean that you need if they block with 2 cards, right? You need them to, if they want to keep their ally alive. Well, that's not how that works. Forget
No,
what I'm
this is
saying.
not an egg match.
it's
They do
it's
not
not how
have
that
wars.
works.
I wish they worked like that.
Yeah.
War, yeah. No,
I played an Ira game into
no, that's a Nick bag you're thinking of.
yeah. But I played an Ira game earlier on today into Necromancer, and it was pretty one-sided.
Should not be too bad for you.
No, it was fine. I won with 20 life.
Yeah. You can just kill all the allies and they can't do shit against it.
Yeah, exactly. And Trigger Mask, fun times.
Yep.
Righteous attack into that, fun
Thank you for
times.
the cards.
Trigger all kinds of fun stuff. Yeah, it was yeah. All right, good. Next card, Goldwing Turbine. Your next mech card this turn gets +3. Create a golden cock token. So a 2 for 3 is not great.
Yeah, I surprisingly like this card a lot. I've seen it see a bit of play. It is another cog creation.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a gold again, this is draw a card.
Yeah.
+3 with the cog is kind of worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder then if
Surprisingly good.
yeah, I mean they're putting a lot of value into create a gold coke token here.
The entire deck needs it. If you don't have them, the deck doesn't work.
Yeah. Okay.
So a few extra cards that make cogs are just worth it.
Yeah, understood. All right. Dot likes it as well. You guys seem to agree about a lot. Good. Skipping over the yellow and the blues again. Going to draw back the hammer. This is +4.
This is a bit more of a limited card. This is very good with that first weapon that says pay 2.
Yeah, because then you need 1 blue to activate that, right? Yeah. So it's 4.
Yeah, you can swing with the gun, play this, untap the gun, swing with the gun.
Yeah. Okay. All right. A perk up. Your next mecha attack gets +4. You may untap your hero. So the first one is the gun, and the second one is your hero.
Not as good because most of the time you don't have that much gold lying around. They just keep churning out. Pretty solid in draft still. Where if you ever have 2 gold, you can convert it back into a card. And just 1 for 4 unlimited is fine. Not CC, I think.
Yeah. And then I would say the next one is probably untap the same thing, but untap a cog.
Yeah, this one's a lot better.
Yeah.
I think this one might actually be good enough for CC. Just getting a cog back again and
All right, good. I'm just laughing because you and Dot basically say the same thing all the time. Good. So we have the golden cog.
There we have the golden cog.
Sorry?
There we have the golden cog.
Yes, Crank. The
very nice art.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Very shiny.
Very shiny.
If you play the mech deck, get like 5 versions of that full art extended version from the treasure pack. No, probably won't be that expensive.
I mean, that one is the 3rd card in the pack, right? So it's not
one
like
of the tokens.
Yeah.
That and the gold probably will be less than $1 or $2.
Yeah.
So if you play mech, just pick up a bunch of them. I'm going to do the same with a bunch of gold.
Yeah. I actually don't. I know I said I want to play her because I want to play Polly, but we'll see where it lands. At the moment,
She looks like a very fun hero, and she looks good.
Yeah, I need to get a few more games in on her.
Though getting the cards before Nats is probably going to be very difficult.
Well, that's the thing. It's like if I'm probably not willing to chase the cards to get them before Nats, because unless I can borrow the cards from people, right?
Premium. Yeah, you're going to be paying a lot extra to get them before Nats.
UK nationals are quite late in the calendar, so at least from that, it's not too bad, but it really comes down to how supply shakes out. So our nationals are on the 27th and the 28th of June, which is
that week 1 of Nats?
Sorry?
Isn't that week 1 or is that week 2?
No, that's week 3, Because US
What
nats
week?
are on the 6th and the 7th. And then 13th, 14th, 20th, 21st. So it's week 4.
Oh, plenty of time.
So yeah, it should be fine. And the nice thing about that is as well, it'll give me enough time to kind of see how the meta shakes out, right? So we'll see. Anyhow, Mr.
Yeah,
Gravy.
yours is week 2 of the main nets after US.
Yeah,
There
I
are
mean,
3 weeks of nets in US.
yeah, and it'll be very interesting to see what nationals in US happens. Although you have to take those results with a grain of
With how
salt.
difficult, with how hard it is going to be for people to pick off cards for US nets, I don't think we're going to see a lot of the new heroes.
Yeah, I agree. It's probably going to be the likes of Brody, etc., that have like min-max, etc., who support them. And as obviously, if you are in Taipei and you have the cash, you're just running around buying all the Majestics, right? You're just
Yes.
you're trying to buy the whole deck right away in Taipei.
Yeah, I think most of the other people are going to struggle.
Yeah, no,
You're
agreed.
going to be paying such a huge premium to get them in time for US nets. I think launch week's nets was a bit of a mistake.
I agree, and I think
Like, give them at least a week.
yeah, I would have said LSS should have come out a week ago as soon as we heard about the delivery issues and say like,
Too
guys,
late. Too late. People already ordered plane tickets and everything.
No, that's okay, fair. That's fair.
If you want to change that, you have to do that months in advance. They
Yeah.
can't get a new venue probably. And no, when they heard that was already too late.
Yeah, that's true.
Which, to be fair, that's not LSS's fault, but
no, but they could still say, "Hey, guys, this was a plan," but for constructed, we're gonna make the set not legal. For draft, we're gonna go ahead with it because we'll have the product.
It's also a bit of a marketing thing.
No, sure, I get it.
Off.
No, I get it. But if somebody wins on a new hero and wins because the other people just weren't able to get it in time, like that is gonna create a huge amount of noise.
I think they're in a tight spot no matter what they do.
That's fair. Dot, thank you very much.
Because if they say we can't play the new deck, then that's also gonna piss people off because they got the new cards and you say no.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying they would have needed to announce it like a week ago or so before people start buying. But yeah. Sorry, give us a second. Dot, thanks for being here today. Have a good rest of your day. Deviled Eggs, welcome. How are you doing today? I hear you guys have a day off in the US. UK as well, by the way. But yeah, let's talk about Gravy Bones. Shipwrecked Looter. Instant, tap this, destroy a gold you control, draw a card, and discard a card. If a blue card has been put into your graveyard this turn, you may play cards with Watcher Grave from your graveyard. So, I just watched the video for the armor deck gameplay from LSS that they released last night, which is actually really good to understand what his play pattern is.
I do have a few notes about that one, but...
So, I saw what you're saying, right? And I honestly think...
I more meant about that video.
Oh,
the
okay.
Mac player just straight up never killed one of the allies.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it as well.
That ally was it played the entire game.
Yeah, I was like, when I only played one game into constructed game into Gravy so far, and I was like, I don't care what you do, but I'm gonna kill every ally as soon as they come in. Like that's my focus.
He should have just sent one of the 0-for-4s at some point into that ally.
Yeah.
But yeah, the misprints and the errata, that's kind of unacceptable. But
yeah, that's like 2 sets within 3 sets where we have misprints.
Yeah,
right?
Really. If the next army deck is also fucked, that's just.
Yeah. So what's the misprint then? We're not.
So there are 2. They're not in the main sets.
Yeah.
You need to go to the armory page if you want to see those. But they are Anka, which has been errated, and the boots, which also have been errated because how they were printed, they were literally useless.
Okay, so they talked about this.
So
right?
yeah, you cannot use attack reactions on allies.
Well, oops.
So they're now instants. The boots is now an instant. Also, the boots are still bad.
Okay.
The thing is, you don't want to kill your ally. A lot of the value of the allies is that the opponent has to swing into them and use value to kill them.
Yes. Yeah.
So what we saw in the armory deck game is that at some point they also untapped the ally. If
Yes.
that was true, these boots would have been very good.
Yeah.
So then you could have played something like a Rigor Mortis. Played, tap for 1, swing for 6, untap it, swing for 6. That's great value. As it stands for now, killing an ally to attack with another ally is just not worth it.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. And it's a majestic, right? So making these boots pretty good is like, why not? Could have been.
Yeah.
Could have been acceptable. And then the other one is Anchor Drag Under.
Yeah. It was one of the best cards. The change is that it now no longer triggers on the end of turn draw. So before the change, if you would draw up for your turn, you would draw your 4 and then had to discard one of them.
Yeah.
Honestly, not that broken. Very good, not broken.
As it was before the errata.
As it was before the errata, it was good, but I still have to have a card with Watery Grave in hand and discard.
Yeah, again, right? You're
You
trading a
cannot
card for a
attack
card.
next turn.
It's not. Yeah.
Like
I
you get a bit of extra value as the Gravy because you can use that card later, but it's fine. I
Yeah.
don't think the errata was necessary. I think they just did a knee-jerk change because some people didn't like it, and I'm not super happy with that.
Okay.
Also, the saying on the advertisement page for the thing that you get armor, a weapon, and a deck was probably a mistake. You probably should not have said that.
I mean,
But
clearly,
I think I said earlier in chat that it was probably just the copy-pasted text from every armory deck.
maybe.
And I assume that is what happens again. They just copy-paste that text every time because that's what every armory deck has.
Apparently not.
Apparently not.
Apparently not. No, you always got to double check. Rush, you're pretty upset about it. Yeah. Yeah, the way that you're explaining to me kind of makes sense that it didn't need the errata. I mean, obviously, I would need to play into it to see what it does, but I feel like trading one card for one card is not OP. All right, so let's go back to High Seas here. So Compass, of course, crucial. Look at the top card of your deck. Instant tap. First card with Water Grave you play from your graveyard each turn gets go again. And again, I learned this from the Armory deck video. You basically play this in conjunction with Gravy Bones, and then the way that you combine these, you play an ally from your discard pile, and you can give it go again. So you can follow that up with something.
The main gameplay pattern is you use either Gravy or some of the other cards to put your allies on grave and then gain a bit of value from playing them again.
Yeah.
And just looking at the top, very solid. Just sometimes before you block, knowing what's on top. Most of the time, I use it in my opponent's turn when they declare attacks. Because then I can know before I block what I'm going to do in my turn.
Yeah.
There are some cards later on that care about the top of your deck.
Yeah. No, I mean having that knowledge advantage is always very strong. That's
knowledge
why
is always good.
I forget the card's name. Sound the Alarm from the Haunted. That's why I like Sound the Alarm so good, right? It's a 1 for 5. It's not amazing card on the face of it, but you being able to look at your opponent's hand is amazing. That's so good.
Yes.
So you know exactly, even if they don't have an attack reaction, you can't trigger its ability. You know what to expect, right? So you know how to defend. It's so good. It's awesome.
Yeah, I did wish that if they weren't going to make it a weapon, make it a weapon. Why is it an offhand? Let me put on another offhand. Let me put on an arcane lens. Let me put on a shield.
Yeah, true.
There's no reason that this is an offhand. If there's not going to be a weapon, if it was purely for flavor reason, I think that's.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we probably have to get insight from somebody that was involved in the development process. I can't tell you, but yeah. Also, making Compass an offhand is weird. Tonex saying the same thing. It just lets y'all destroy it. Yeah,
and if y'all breaks it, it's game's over.
Yeah, your game is over, right? You basically can't. Yeah, I mean, you can play an ally, but then it's like, yeah, you attack for maximum 6.
No, if you play the ally, it doesn't have go again. Turn's over.
Yeah, so you play the ally, and then you wait until next turn. Your opponent clears the ally, and you do the same thing again. And
no, once the Compass is gone, it's over.
Vote Liliane for Fab president. I mean, I'd sign that. Well, sorry, just need to get rid of spam here real
Oh,
quick.
yeah, I see it.
It's all good. It's all good. Cool. How you doing, Dro? Stupid question, but maybe if it doesn't have any like armor value, can it be targeted for that?
It depends.
Apparently.
So because it has because it's a pearl, has no armor value, it reduces the amount of cards. So there are some cards in your roll that say if it has 0 defense, destroy it. Those do not work. But there are some that put a counter on it and then destroy it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Exactly.
And I think his spec, the Earth Ice spec that destroys something that doesn't have an armor value works. There are a couple of cards that do it, but not as many.
So on the
But
face
yeah,
of
Jarl is just, you can't win against Jarl. The second he breaks your compass, it's over.
yeah, I was gonna say, so maybe once the
Though-
Guardian packs come around in 3 months, this hero just becomes completely unplayable at that point.
Yeah, the funny thing is, I think if Jarl could not break it, it would be massively favored for the Necromancer.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, one of the two is just gonna win.
Because
Guardian also cannot clear allies.
Yeah, because you can't go wide, right? So basically, as soon as you get more than one ally out, you probably win the game from there on out. If they can't clear, whatever you
They
present.
also really struggle to kill the Whaler.
Yeah. All right, let's have a look here. Washed Up Wave. When it's defense, you may discard a card to destroy the top card of your deck. If that card was Water Grave, this gets +2. I mean, Blade Break
so
+2.
This one of the cards that really cares about the top of your deck. So if you say before defense, look at the top and say, oh, there's an ally. This is a block 2 and put an ally in grave.
Yeah.
And you did not use a card from hand. It's very good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
This is good for limited because the Pirate Gloves are just better. But for limited, this is a very good card.
Yeah. Because it does
can
what
be
you
a bit
want to
awkward
do, right?
if there's not that ally on top.
Yeah. Okay. Blood in the Water. 0 cost, 0 for 4 defense reaction. When it's defense, you may discard a card, destroy top card of your deck. If that card is Water Grave, I mean, again, it fills your graveyard.
If this can often be a 0 for 6. And if you can do it from the top of your deck, it's incredible value.
Yeah.
And even if you have to discard a card from hand, 0 for 6, and get a no block out of your hand, it's fine. Turns them both into 3 blocks effectively.
Yeah.
I mean, cards.
I love this because immediately this says, even if you're playing pretty defensively, you don't have to play Sink Fates or maybe even Shelters, right? Here's a 0 for 4 defense reaction. I think these are how these 0 for 4 defense reactions should be, right? They should be class specific, they should be role specific.
I think they should be careful with how many class specific, because else you get the ninja problem who now has like 4 different class specific D-reacts.
Sure, but it lowers, if you think about the cost of a card, right?
I think they should stop generic D-reacts.
Yeah.
I think Shelter was a mistake.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, if people were able to open the amount of the hunted that they wanted, maybe the issue would have been lower, but yeah.
I think the way forward I think we should also just see more block cards. I love block cards. I think they're incredible design. A block card I'm still waiting for that is a block card that says you can just defend from Arsenal. That's it. Just a 0 for 4 block, you can defend from Arsenal.
Yeah, like
it
that.
It is worse than a defense reaction because you have to do it before reaction step.
Yeah.
But it's still just
why
solid
not?
block.
Why not?
I am certain we will see that at some point.
Yeah, it will make sense. It feels like it's, an easy one to create. It's not OP. The design space is there. Why not? Huh? Maybe we'll see it with the Guardian set. Could be a good fit there, to be honest. Anywho, moving on, charting the high seas. Look at the top 2 cards of your deck. You may pitch a blue card from among them, put the rest into your graveyard. I mean, sounds great. Create a gold token for each yellow card you put into your graveyard. I mean, this sounds awesome. First of all, look at the top 2 cards. You are able to pitch a blue. You can put the card into the graveyard. All of the allies are yellow, right? So
all the allies are yellow, yes.
It gives you a gold. I mean, what more do you want from a card?
You don't always get a gold because you don't know always if there's a yellow on top.
Yeah, sure.
The card is very good, but if you hit neither a yellow or a blue, it's very awkward. Happens rarely, but sometimes.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, this enables your hero power because you have now played a blue. You can play the allies from grave. Very good card.
Yeah, yeah. And it also
And if
helps
you get a gold, it's very happy.
It helps you with all if you play any of those big pirate ships, right? It says if you have 2 blue in your pitch zone.
This isn't the most reliable for that.
But it helps. It's like it's
helps.
another option. All right, give no quarter with the awesome pirate flag on it.
Incredible art, not as good as a card.
Okay. Ooh, open a pack. The next 2 ally cards with watery grave you play this turn this turn cost 3 less to play. I mean, it seems okay.
From my personal playtesting, I've not liked this one as much. You usually don't really struggle for resources. And most of the time, you only play 1 ally in a turn.
Okay. All right.
And the 3 discount is fine, but this one of the cards I cut quite early on.
Okay. All right. Good. We just had Tyrell pay for me to open up a pack.
I'm also going to watch you open a pack.
So I did actually... I know I said last week that I don't have Rosetta, Tyrell, but I did actually find a pack of Rosetta. So do you want me to open up a... Actually, I don't have archive packs. So this is what you're getting. This is what you're getting. Last pack of Rosetta. All right. Finl's Spring... Fighting Spirit, not Spring Tonic. Fruits of the Forest. Lightning Surge. Cadaverous Tilling. Yellow. Flash. Deadwood Dirge. Sigil of Forethought. Consuming Volition. Ether Quickening. Organic Spike. Runehold Release. Save the Thought. And Arc Lightning! Hey, that would have been good about 6 weeks ago.
And
good
first pick and draft though.
It's just like, yeah. I mean, it's a good card.
You know Aurora will be coming back.
Yes, I just need to keep it in my binder until she's good again.
6 months.
Which is playable again. Don't panic sell now. But it's a good card. Thanks, Harold. That's a pretty good card. All right. Banned. Yeah, the heroes banned.
I think they'll ban. I think if they ban Farro, they'll ban Flicker Wisp.
Yeah.
Flicker Wisp over that one.
Maybe. We'll see what the new hero does. I mean, they can't just reprint the same ability, so we'll see. All right.
You don't know LSS.
Who knows what they're up to? Who knows? Let's move into some of the allies. Yes. Jump. Friendly First Mate. Majestic.
Keep in mind there are also 3 allies in the armory deck. Those are all the way at the bottom.
So action, tap, attack.
One of the best.
Discard this card with Water Grave until the end of turn. Most opponents must choose this as a target of attacks if able. This is good because it's 6 block, right? So great. That's
Keep in
a lot
mind,
of attack.
You do not have a priority window before they... So if they say hammer for 6, they can immediately hit this or another ally. The first card they play, they get to just target anything. So say you're playing Ira and I have a 1 defense ally, you can't just say dagger that 1 defense before I can use this.
Okay.
For us, this is an incredibly good one because you can discard this and play it off a blue with the legendary body.
Yeah.
And then it's just free attack. Your opponent has to clear it.
Yeah. And
this is one of the best allies.
Being able to send 6 attack is actually
4 attack. 4 attack. Only 4.
No, I mean if they want to kill it.
Because most decks can kill this. In the Necro Mirror, first off, is a nightmare. It's absolutely awful. It's my least favorite mirror in the game, but it often turns into whoever can stick this and defend their other allies with this.
Yeah. Tarlt is saying it's good to eat the lava burst from the Syndra. Yeah.
Yep, very solid.
Yeah,
Though
very.
I would rather have they laugh burst my face and I just smack them back for 4.
Yeah.
But this is probably the best ally.
Okay. All right.
On the other hand, the next one,
Well,
probably
here's the
the
first
worst
mate,
ally.
right? The first mate gotta be the best.
Yeah.
Moray Le Fay. Action, tap, attack instant, pay 1, tap, put a +1 counter on target ally.
Yeah.
I mean,
this one just does not work. This card is absolutely atrocious.
Yeah. 3 is so easy to clear. You
So the
basically,
problem is, it costs an action point to play. It has
Yeah.
a 0 attack, which is already useless. Paying 1 resource to put 1 counter on an ally is, you don't want to do it in your turn because you used your go again to play this, so you don't have anything to put on. You don't want to put it on this because why would you? Just play an ally
Yeah.
with attack.
no, you push on something
And
else.
You
Yeah.
don't want to do this on your opponent's turn because, yes, you get a resource if they kill one of your allies on their turn because the body is whenever it dies for
Yeah.
any reason. But there's no target. Yeah, this just, with the point that they have no go again, this one does not work.
Okay.
If in the future they make a weapon that gives your allies go again, this one might be good.
Sounds a bit like wishful thinking to me.
You
But
know,
we'll see.
that's all the Necros have.
Well, hey. Right.
be
Let's
fair,
not
the hero
forget, this is a brand new
isn't bad.
class. Right? Assassin was trash for the first few sets as well. And then
Yes.
slowly got somewhere, right? It needed like 4 sets or whatever it was to actually get playable. Like Uzuri and Arachnia Huntsman were absolutely... I mean, Uzuri was
I would like to
okay,
make a
but not
note
good.
about that. The problem is that every single card in this set is Pirate Necro.
Yes. Yeah.
So unlike the Assassin cards in Dynasty, which made a good foundation, a lot of the cards from Dynasty still see play, like Leave No Witness, Surgical, Shred. Future Necros can't play any of these cards.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So this is not really a foundation to build on for the others.
Fair. Well, we'll see what they do. Also, now we want a weapon that gives allies go again. Perhaps if you've played a red card this turn.
You know what? Yeah, that sounds good.
Sounds decent.
Sounds similar. Sounds familiar.
Duck Lord, how are you doing? Yo ho ho indeed. And a bottle of rum, right? Terrelt, but it won't die
we'll
from
get to
lava
yo.
burst because it hits for 5 to back up to 6 life. Yeah, that's because I'm thinking Fi, right? I've been playing a lot of Fi, and lava burst in Fi usually has 6 damage, right? So my mind went to 6,
that's what
right?
I was thinking about.
Because
Yes,
you
if you can
trigger
absorb
Shuko.
it just for 5, that's great.
Yeah. So for for Fi, then it isn't really a problem. But yeah, I need to see how the meta checks out, but I still think Syndra probably the better Draconic Ninja than Fi.
Yeah, she also got a good new card in this set.
Yeah. Whaler Humperdinck. Sure. Action, pay 6 attack. 11 damage, 7 block.
The card is a good 1 or 2 off. If you stick this does take a lot of effort to clear.
Yeah.
You do want to swing with it the turn you play it, because if you just pay 6, put it in play, and it dies, that's not good. But if you can play this, swing with this. This is your late game. This is your fatigue plan. This is how you win.
Your big app.
But you don't want to play more than 1 or 2.
Yeah.
And you also want to think about what matchups.
Sorry, give me a second. Terrell, thank you so much for the resubscription, dude. 9 months. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. And that's why I've been thinking about Ira, right? So this is the big boy, right? So the problem is Ira, this would be so easy. Kodachi for 1, whatever 6 attack for 7, it's gone.
Even if it's just Kodachi 4 attack.
Yeah, but yes, even that, right? So it's like I think Ira is incredibly good into Gravy. Like it's so.
Gravy had some. The issue is that he has some really, really bad matchups.
I
So
honestly
the
don't.
ninjas in general are terrible.
Yeah.
Prism is an absolute nightmare because they just farm soul and
Yeah.
card draw from your allies.
I
The
think the
warriors
only
kind of suck.
the only people playing this will be people that just want to play Necro in the next few months. At
The deck isn't terrible, but he just has some really bad matchups.
Yeah.
And that makes him just difficult to play in tournaments.
Yeah. We'll see how the match checks out. But if we see a lot of gravy, I'm happy to play Ira. Honestly, I'll be happy. Anywho, let's move on. Board to ship, red, 2 cost. When this attacks, you may tap an ally you control. If you do this, gets overpower. I mean,
Good limited cards.
yeah, it's you could see it in
This can close out a game.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking, right? But otherwise, it's meh. It's not bad. It's not great.
Not bad. It's fine.
Exactly. Paddle faster, 0/4. When this attacks, you may tap an ally you control. If you do this, gets go again. I mean, I quite
This one's not
like that.
There are some aggro pirate lists going around. This is quite solid.
Yeah, I was thinking as well. I quite like just a 0/4 and into something else. Hoist them up. When this defends, you may tap an ally you control if this gets +1. So it will be 0/5. This is a block card.
Good in limited, not as good. I don't like it in CC. The thing is, when you have allies, they won't attack your face, they'll attack your allies.
So does it matter that this doesn't have a 0 cost, it just has nothing?
For things like frostbite.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, that makes sense.
This doesn't have a cost, so I think you don't have to pay for frostbites.
Yeah. So this is their way of saying, hey, here, this is how you beat Jarl. No, I'm joking. It's like one card doesn't fix the matchup.
Yeah.
Ducklord, if Necromancer has 1 million fans, then I'm one of them. If Necromancer has 10 fans, then I'm one of them. If Necromancer has only 1 fan, then that is me. If Necromancer has no fans, then that means I'm no longer on Earth. If the world is against Necromancer, then I'm against the world. Okay. I mean, it seems like...
I'll tell you that.
I mean, honestly, Necromancer is a class a lot of people have been asking for a long time, right? And it seems like...
I will just be collecting everything because I'm a huge Necromancer. I like Necromancer everything. It's my go-to place.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people really vibe with the theme and the idea. It just isn't quite there. I don't think it's going to get that reference. I recognize it from somewhere, but I don't know where it's from. Copy pasta from League? Oh. Okay, no, I wouldn't.
Don't think it's from League.
I would recognize Dota 2.
It goes way further back than that.
Sorry?
It goes further back than League.
Okay, yeah, probably. Some copy pastas have been around forever.
This card is great.
Your next pirate ally attack this turn gets go again, and when this hits a hero, create a gold. Giving the ally go again is fantastic. Creating a gold, fantastic.
This allows you to play an ally, attack, and then play another ally. This allows you to develop. And the gold is relevant.
Yeah. I mean, the Kraken in the background.
The art on all the Necro cards are great.
Yeah.
But yeah, the gold is relevant. You don't want to block the allies. Like, if I just do 6 vanilla damage, do you want to block it? But you also can't use too many cards to block, because then it's difficult to clear the allies. Very solid card. Also, it's blue, so it allows you to play your allies from grave.
Yeah. Yeah, good. We'll include it. And then we go to Heave Ho. Next pirate ally attack this turn gets overpowered. When this hits a hero, create a gold token.
A lot worse.
Okay.
It's fine for limited if you have something big, but it's not great.
Yo ho ho. This pirate
Great
attack
art,
is
great name.
not so good card.
Not so good card.
I mean, +1 on the blue. Yeah. Again, it's like, what are the options for blue? Right. I don't know.
You're played in limited. It's not great, but it's a good blue 3 block. It
Yeah.
makes gold. It's not good, but it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Doc could like it in limited as well. Yeah. Kelpie, Tangled Mess. Action, tap, attack, as always, or almost always. Action, pay 1, tap, tap target hero or ally, go again.
Yeah, this one's interesting. For CC, bad. For limited, quite interesting.
But why would you want to tap? Oh, target. Okay. Oh, no, I get it. Because
Yeah.
your opponents. Okay, fine. No. Okay, that's
Yes.
interesting, right? I was like,
No,
why
you're
would I
not
want to do that
targeting
to
yourself.
myself?
You don't want to do that.
No, it's like,
No,
wait.
this basically till they kill this, they can't use their hero power.
Yeah.
Because they untap at the end of their turn, and your turn you tap it again.
Yeah. And it's one of those that you're tempted to leave because it's a 1 attack, so like, who cares? But yeah.
This is also really good in the Gravy Mirror.
Yeah.
But this is a limited card.
Yeah. Okay. Or sideboard for the mirror.
No.
Okay.
You just want to kill the allies. Don't tap him, just kill him.
All right. Limpet, hop along. Cost 1, tap, attack, go again. I mean, it's good because it's just a 2 go again.
Yes.
And
yes, this one actually is quite decent in CC.
Yeah.
It's good into decks that can't easily clear. So into decks that can't kill, like Guardian, that can't kill allies very well. This will stick around for 2-3 turns.
Yeah. I mean, it's...
Don't play it into Ninja.
I was going to say, right? Swing a Kadachi, it's gone, right?
Yeah.
It's
a lot of Gravy's sideboard is just a bunch of options for allies.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's what I thought. As soon as I saw the allies for the first time, it's like, okay, you're just going to stick most of them in your sideboard, and then you sideboard in or out depending on the matchup. Right?
You have a pretty solid core into Chum and 2 from the armor deck ones that I personally just always have in my deck.
Yeah.
Those are just so good. And then you have 2 or 3 ally sets you just have in your sideboard and switch around the match.
Okay. All right, good. Moving on, Scooby-Doo. Scuba Salty Sea Dog. Pay 3, attack. Its attacks, you may put a yellow card from your graveyard at the bottom of its owner's deck. If you do, create a gold token for attack, for defense. I could picture this as quite good if the game goes... If you expect a long game and you have to worry... Wait, no, that doesn't work because if you turn a card face down, right, then it isn't a yellow card anymore.
Yes, you cannot recur dead cards. A note, it's not from your graveyard, it's from a graveyard. So
okay, so it's good into Levia.
Yes, but this one is also quite solid. It's 0 cost.
Yeah. 0 for 4.
Has 4 health. 4 can be tough to kill. Like, say, Syndra, for example. 4 can actually be kind of tough for Syndra.
Yeah.
And this is gold generation. Guaranteed gold gen. And there are a few other yellow cards in your deck you just want to recycle. This one is quite solid.
I do wonder how
I would not play it against Prism.
No, you wouldn't play it against Prism.
No. You do not want to recycle her allies.
No. No.
It's
Angry
best into
Bone.
decks that do play yellows but don't want them back per se.
Yeah, I was thinking about Kasai. Like, Kasai is not really, doesn't really play a role right now, but you can basically make sure she can't trigger her hero ability.
This is best against a bit more aggro decks that might struggle to kill a 4 health ally.
Yeah. It goes to the bottom. Whoops. Yeah, Duck Lord. Yeah. Prismatic Playline. I've been seeing people saying buy Prismatic.
I don't really like it as of now. It's been a bit awkward. Yeah. It's better in the aggro version of Gravy.
Yeah. Angry Bones.
But you really need to play a yellow and a blue in the same turn, because if you only play a red and a yellow, it's a 0 for 3, and it's
You mean Leyline?
yes, leyline.
Yeah. I've just been seeing people wanting to buy ley lines, and it's like, why are people
Well,
buying
Bonds
ley
is also
lines?
back on the menu, so
Yeah. All right. Cool. Let's move on.
For now.
Angry Bones, 2 cost, 6 attack, 3 block. When it attacks, you may discard a card or destroy a top card of your deck. If that card was Watergrave on it, this gets +1. I mean, that's seems pretty good.
fine limited card.
2 for
fine.
7 and trigger and helps you with your game plan. Right. Seems good. Burly Bones, not a big guy. When this attacks, you may discard a card or destroy a top card of your deck. If the card has Watergrave, this gets overpower. Again, can help you close out the game, but not
Yeah,
fantastic.
it's fine. 2 for 6, it's okay.
Yeah, I'd
great,
probably like it a
just
bit
good
more
luck.
at Dominate, but yeah.
I don't think they're gonna print Dominate again.
Bye. Okay. Burly Bones, and then we get to Chittery Bones. Oh wait, we had Angry Bones, Burly Bones, and Chittery Bones. I see what they did there.
A
And
lot
then
of bones.
Restless Bones. So many bones. Okay. Okay. I'm moving on. When this attacks, you may discard a card or destroy the top card of your deck. If that card has Watergrave, this gets go again. I mean, that seems pretty good. 0 for 4, go
This is
again.
very good. It's one of the
Game
staple
plan.
cards. You look at the top of your deck, and if you have one on top, just a 0/4 Fuse Your Grave. Also good in blue.
Yeah.
Blue
Yeah.
version is quite decent in Gravy because you can attack with this. Then a blue has gone to grave, so you can play your allies.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, seems like a good card.
Personally, only play the blue version of Jittery Bones at the moment.
Oh, okay. I guess the yellow the red slot is always hotly contested, and you need
The
to
red one is taken by the next card.
Restless Bones. Dead Birds. When this attacks, you may discard a card or destroy the top card of your deck. If that card was Watergrave, this gets go again. Yeah.
Same card, but now a 2 for 6. I like this one more in Gravy.
Yeah, 2 for 6, go again. Nice. Yeah. Okay, then we get to some more allies. Barnacle. That art freaks me out. Action, tap, attack. Watergrave, 4 attack, 3 block. Seems pretty good.
This one's alright. This one's a bit more of a limited one.
Okay.
3 is very easy to kill.
That is true. That is
it is
true.
free to attack with, so that is good.
Yeah. It's a nice
This one's
break
fine.
point. If you can keep it around, like the 4 attack is pretty decent, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But that is currently the struggle in Necro,
Yeah.
keeping anything out.
Yes.
That's not been easy.
Unless you're LSS and you're putting a gameplay video on where you probably want to showcase a brand new class and you maybe not playing optimally into it, and you leave the allies around. But hey, that would be slander. Better than Wild Ride, for instance. That is true, because Wild Ride doesn't block.
Yeah, Restless Bones is in most cases very similar to Wild Ride, but it blocks for 3,
Yeah.
and the cards you discard you can play.
See, LSS, we can do it. We could give Brute actually some good cards. We could do it. We have the power.
On the other hand, we cannot give Warriors good cards. We'll get to that card at some point.
I mean,
When
Warriors.
we get to that part, I have some words.
Warriors are a back class, and Warriors,
God,
Sorry.
that Warrior card might actually be the worst card they've ever made.
Yeah, I heard it. I mean, I started watching Josh Lau's video, and he was not a fan. All right, Chowder Hearty Cook. Attack, action, tap, attack, action, tap, gain 1 life. 3,
Instant
3.
tap, gain 1 life.
All right,
That
yeah.
matters.
So you can.
This one's actually quite good.
Yeah.
I've been playing this in CC. It's often pay for 3, put it in play, attack for 3. When they kill it, you gain an extra life. It's one of the ones that if they don't kill it, it's just this gain life, gain life, gain life.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
a
one of
very solid
those
one.
that if you feel like maybe 3 attack don't have to take care of it, but if you don't, then it can get out of control.
It's one of the ones where if you have 2 allies in play, it's the one they often ignore.
Yeah. All right. Cut a Shark. Quick clip. Can I just say that I love these fish people?
They are so good.
Like this, I think this. I love the art on this card. All right, this is 1 cost attack for 3. Once per turn action, pay 1. Your next ally attack this turn gets +1. Go again. I mean, it's a 4 life, so you have a bit more. Realistically, you're keeping it around. But the
Yeah,
cost.
this one of the ones I don't like as much.
Yeah.
They're just for every breakpoint, there's an ally that does it better. If you have an ally you just want to play for free, things like Chowder are better.
Yeah.
If you want a 4 health ally, the dog is just better. If you want one that pays for attack, the 1 cost for attacks, the next one is better.
Fair, but this looks the coolest. So
art-wise, absolutely. Looks fantastic. It looks very sharp.
LSS hate warrior. Yeah, LSS hate warrior, and they love illusionists, and
they are just so scared of making a good warrior, because I think they're scared that if a warrior is really good, it's kind of boring to watch.
Yeah, but
it's very samey game plan.
Yeah, but still, then just let them
I
LL.
know.
And...
I'm also warrior main, and
exactly. Yeah.
One day we'll get a good set.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe the next one. There's always a next set, right? All right, Rigor Mortis. Action, pay 1, attack, water grave. So this is for 6 and 1 life. I guess if you have a... It's 6 attack, and you attack for 6. It's pretty good.
It's one of the better allies. It's one of the best ones. This is one of the ones where you don't care if it dies.
Yeah.
This one of the ones where you do Restless Bones, discard an ally, play this, use your body for the 4th resource, and attack for 6.
Yeah.
That can easily be a 2-card 12.
Yeah, which is fine. Yeah, no, 2-card 12 is
and
good.
if they use 1 attack to kill it, it's fine. If they have to commit an entire kill this, great. Very happy.
Yeah. I mean, if you play this and your opponent doesn't kill it, you probably raise your eyebrow and it's like, do you not understand what my deck does?
Only have had that happens once, where they spent their entire turn blocking the CNC, the new big ship.
Yeah, it reminds me of when I right after Dromai was released and I was playing Rhinar, and I didn't really properly understand how the dragons work, and I just didn't attack the dragons, and my opponent was like, what is this guy doing? Rhinar's one of the better heroes into this, and it's just leaving my dragons alone. What are you doing? Well, that,
Yeah,
Anyway,
that was one of my armies where I played Decimate X Dory, where it was just 40-50 minutes of me just whacking a dragon every turn.
Yeah.
Got there eventually. I was playing like 12 poppers with remembrances.
Yeah.
So I got there.
There. Eventually.
Terrell,
ship into Mortis is absurd. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, Shelly, Hardened Traveler. She has a crab as a hand, apparently. Paid 3 to attack. Instant tap. The next action attack card you defend with this turn gets +1.
Yeah, this one's just...
It's not great. Yeah, I was going to say, it doesn't look great.
It's 3 cost. It's 2 cost to play, 3 cost to attack. That's very expensive. Most of the time, you're not going to be blocking with attack action cards. It just doesn't work.
Yeah. All right, Swabby. He's a big guy with a small hammer. Action 2 to attack, 7. I mean, the total cost is more.
I've been trying this one, but it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
It's so expensive.
Yeah, it is. At the end of the day, it's 5 for 7, right? Which is... Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to... 3 is too easy to kill.
Yeah.
It's one of the ones I personally have cut.
So Terrell, why do you like Swabby then? Then we go on to the
my main struggle is getting the 5 resources on to also attack with it.
Yeah, fair. Then we have Dead Threats, which is the chest piece, which looks absolutely amazing in extended art gold foil.
That's so bad. I think
Instant-
this full art's gonna be so expensive.
Yes. It's like the art is insane.
It's
Um,
incredible.
Instant tap, gain 1 resource, activates only if an ally has been put into graveyard this turn. Okay, I mean, seems like you're able to trigger this quite often.
It's basically just a resource every single turn. And with a bit of upside, if an opponent kills a ally in their turn, you can tap this to play something like Oasis.
Yeah.
Even if it has Watery Grave, it first goes into the grave and then goes face down.
Yeah.
So it still triggers this.
Yeah, no, it's a fantastic card all around. Doc, you're saying you want this in cold foil. Did you see the gold foil? The gold foil that they gave out in Taipei. Like, this is the
I
first
wish.
card where I saw like the gold actually enhances the art because it works so well with the color scheme of this card. It's incredible.
Slightly outside of my budget range.
No, yeah. I think there's gonna be a whale that buys it up, but that's like.
I was very tempted to buy gold foil Mage Master Brutes. There are like some for like 250 euros on card markets. I decided not to do it.
Yeah. One of my mates opened up a gold foil Tide flippers and was like, I was tempted for a little bit. It was like, no. CF is more beautiful because it's EA. Yeah, no, Tyrell. The gold foil is EA.
Gold foils are now EA too. This is the first step where they made the gold foils also extended art.
If you didn't see the picture yet, Tyrell, go to the Discord, my Discord. I put the picture there, I think, in general. It looks stunning.
Which
EA
I think from now on, they're also going to do all the gold foils that exist in extended art into gold foil.
They have to, because...
Well, no, they said they're going to do this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which
but they have to.
surprised me it took them this long.
Yeah. No, it's great. And what I love about this card is that it's another card that says you don't need Spring Tunic.
Yeah,
right?
it's
This is
Tunic adjacent.
This is, in my opinion,
but it
objectively better than Tunic.
Yeah, but it's not a massive... It's not like the Zen chest piece, which was just broken.
Yes, but this is objectively better. It's better.
Yes.
And that's why people will play this. Like, it's marginally better than Tunic in probably most situations. So people will play this over Tunic, which in my books is a win, right? Because that means like, oh, it's new here in a class. Okay, you just slot in Tunic and you're good to go, right? It's like, you probably can, but this triggers more often depending how many allies you run.
If you do it right, it should trigger almost every turn.
Yeah. I think this is a great card. Anyway, then we have a headstone. We have this is a headpiece. Battle Worn 1. Destroy this. Destroy the top card of your deck. I mean, it's it's a decent draft card.
This might also be okay for CC.
Oh, really?
Some try to. Well, the upside is if it is destroy an ally from the top, that's just effectively draw a card.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can also look, and if it's a blue on top, you can destroy it to then trigger a hero power, so you have to put a blue in grave and can play your allies. It's pretty decent. It has space. Okay. There are a few helms to try out. You have the gold helm people. Of course, Crown of Providence is standard to try, and the Armory deck helmet. But I've not been able to try that one because it doesn't work on Talishar yet.
Okay. Yeah, they've been again Talishar in February, like the whole team around those platforms. FABTCG, like everybody.
So fast.
By the end of the weekend, like all the cards were in there already. It was incredible.
Yeah, the only card we had to wait for were the loot cards from the Gravy Bones Armory deck.
Yes.
Those took a bit longer because they didn't have the art yet.
I did have to report a few issues with the Scurv cards. So when I played Scurv with the Sticky Fingers, like Sticky Fingers basically didn't work at start. Like you wouldn't get the ally, and then when the ally was there, it would duplicate itself every turn. Which is like, it's pretty good. I'll take one extra every turn, but I don't think that's how it's supposed to work. All right, good.
Yeah, I personally also do not like the gold helmet. I got rid of it. Okay. You got plenty of gold.
Okay, good.
Marlynn. I personally have two helmets. I have Crown of Providence in my main board, and the Armory deck helm in my sideboard.
Okay. I mean, Crown of Providence is, yeah, like the gold from the start seems so good in this Heroes
No,
of
no, the
Card
other
one.
one.
Oh,
That's
oh yeah. Crowd of
Providence is
Dominion.
the pink
Sorry.
arsenal.
Yeah. Okay, Marlynn Treasure Hunter. Action, tap, destroy a gold you control, create a gold fin harpoon in your hand, go again. Whenever you draw a card during your action phase, you may put an arrow from your hand face up into your arsenal. So the question then is, how often can you draw a card?
Very often is the answer. Very often. Surprisingly enough, she makes gold.
Yes.
She also is doing a bit of the Zen play, where she's making a harpoon to then just either discard that to an effect, or to put up, banish it, or something like that. So she's doing the Zen art play.
Okay. Fun.
She's very good. She's very solid. It's a ranger that can fatigue you.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And with all the buffs and the on hits still, like, oh no.
Oh, that's. Watch out! There are a lot more buffs and on it.
Oh no. Oh no. All right. Hammerhead Harpoon Cannon. 4 tap. Your next arrow attack this turn gets +4. It has Harpoon in its name. It gets Overpower.
Very good.
Yeah.
+4 is a lot, and Overpower is just
Yeah.
definitely Overpower with the +4. That most of the time, even one defense reaction is.
Mm-hmm.
And the Overpower helps you make even more gold, and it just can keep going. It's a very strong hero.
It's not what I want to hear, but yeah, okay. King Kraken Harpoon Majestic. Go Fish. When this hits a hero, they choose and reveal a card from their hand. If it's a non-attack action card, they discard it and you create a gold. There we got it. Create a gold. And if you've activated a cannon this turn, instead look at their hand and you choose a card. So it's a 2 for 6 with 3 block. Arrow attack. I guess she's gonna play a lot more of these more expensive
Yes.
harpoons.
So if you've activated the Harpoon, this is a 10 Overpower, and when it hits, I get to look at your hand and it's a non-attack, and I get a gold.
Seems good.
Seems very good.
Tyrell says she's insanely strong, so maybe this
Yeah,
is
she's
the top hero here. King Shark Harpoon. Go Fish. When this hits a hero, they choose to reveal a card. So this is basically the same as the card
Same
we
with
just looked
attack
at,
action.
except attack action instead of non-attack action.
Which
So
makes me say this one is a little bit better on average.
yes.
Keep in mind, if your opponent has, say, only one attack action, they can just block with that before.
Yeah, but then what are they going to do then on their turn, right? So
Well,
it's
it
like,
depends on the hero.
True, but
Some heroes don't really care, but
yeah.
But yes, this
Okay.
is very good.
Yeah. Big game trophy shots. A majestic yellow 2 cost. Your next arrow attack this turn gets +4. If it has harpooners in name, it gets when this hits a hero, create a gold token, draw a card, and discard a card. Again, seems very good.
So
again,
this is great because you can tap Marlynn, put
Yeah.
the harpoon in hand, and then discard that harpoon to this effect. So effectively, it's 2 resources to give +4, a harpoon on it to make a gold, and draw a card. Absolutely fantastic.
yeah.
It's incredible. This card is so good.
Oh, gold the tip. Your next arrow attack gets +3. If there's a yellow arrow face up in your arsenal, create a gold token, go again. Seems pretty good as well.
Yes, this is decent if you have a not so great hand, so you can just make the harpoon and make that quite big.
Yeah, zero cost box. Moving on to rares. Bluefin Harpoon, 2 cost, blue, 3 block, 4 attack. Go Fish. When it's a hero, they choose and reveal the card from their hand. If it's a blue, they discard it and create a gold token.
Very good.
I like this because a lot of heroes usually want about 1 blue in their hands. Maybe not from
Yes.
the new set, but when I think about specifically like Ira and Reiner, I want about 1 blue, and if they get your 1 blue, then your turn might just be complete ass.
Keep in mind, unlike Azalea, Marlynn will want to play a lot of blues.
Yeah.
Her cards are quite expensive. She can't just do 0 cost buff, 0 cost buff, 0 cost buff, 0 cost arrow. Her shit is expensive.
So this will be good in
So
the
she
mirror as
wants all
well.
of these. You play this. I think you will play this as a playset in any matchup.
Okay. Yeah, it makes sense. No, it makes sense. Absolutely. Red fin harpoon. I would say it's the same thing, but red.
Same with red. Also in any matchup, full playset.
Yeah, and then the yellow fin, probably the same thing with yellow, and this will you probably not play except for
I
some certain
still have seen
matchups.
people play it. I've still seen people play it. There are enough decks that want to play yellows, and you just need to get the blue count high enough. This is still a good blue arrow.
Yeah. You have to side it out against brutes because they could have Beast Within in hand, and then
No,
you
that's
discard
fine.
that.
You still get a gold.
No, fair. That's fair.
Doesn't really matter if they replace it.
Yeah. Alright, cool. Yeah, you still do damage, and you get you get a gold. Rusty harpoon. This comes without text in one of the. I think in the treasure packs. This is full
Yes,
art.
I think that's a
no
full
gem
art version of this.
packs. I think
Yeah.
it's a gem packs, full art, no text, which is great.
And
well,
you also play this one.
yeah,
It's a blue 3-block harpoon. Yeah, I've seen plenty of decks run 3 of this still. Because you just need enough good blues.
yeah,
And because you don't want to get fatigued too easily, these are just blue attacks.
yeah.
Worst
And
case, you load this in.
I mean, and if you buff it with a relevant,
You have a cannon to
Cards.
give it +4.
yeah, and you can just play a 0 cost buff on this, and suddenly it's 0 for 4.
Now you play this as like one of your last cards, but still, it's a blue 3-block. It's fine.
Yeah.
The deck just needs 3 blues.
Goldfin harpoon. This is yellow but can't be pitched. If this would be put into graveyard instead of removed from the game.
This is the token you make with the arrow.
Yeah.
You cannot put this in your deck, I think.
Yeah. Interesting that it isn't a token though.
Well, yeah, it's the same like the tigers you put in hand.
Oh yeah. Okay, red spine manta. This is the bow. The other one, there's a few bows. How? There's 4 weapons.
There are 2 bows. No,
Yeah,
that's not a bow.
It's a yeah. Red spine manta. Put an arrow from your hand face up into your arsenal. Okay, I mean,
It's fine. It's a limited card. It's
Yeah.
Worse than Death Dealer.
yes, yeah. But Death Dealer may go if Azalea Living Legends.
Death
right?
Dealer
Because
will
it's-
be gone in 1 or 2 weeks from now.
Yeah. So I think Azalea and New and maybe Dash are very high on the list in the next 3-4
They will
weeks.
probably leave in the first week of Nats.
Yeah.
And will 100% be gone by the end of Nats.
Cool. I love how many heroes we're Living Legend this year. Honestly, I love it.
I'm not very happy with the new system, but
Yeah, that's another conversation. But I mean, this will be
think
happening even
long-term,
without.
long term, if you crunch the numbers, it reduces the amount of LL
Yeah.
because most of the L points go to new heroes. So
Yeah.
I think this will be a problem a year from now, where there are a bunch of heroes that just did not get enough points.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it shakes out. Sealace Sarong. Instant tap, turn a blue arrow in your arsenal face up. If it gets go again this turn. I think this is good. I think it's very good.
Very good. With all the good blue arrows you're playing, all those
Exactly.
red fin, yellow fin, blue fin harpoons, giving those go again. Very good.
Yeah.
Also, just block 2.
It's whenever you face a ranger
Solid.
and they can go wide, you have a problem.
Yes.
It's just so good. Patch the hole. Instant destroy this. Return a card from your arsenal to your hand. Can fix your hand.
This is just a
Limited
limited
card.
card.
Yeah, exactly.
This is to either get a blue in your hand for your next turn or just block extra. It's fine, but
Glidewell fins. Action, pay 1. Destroy this. Put an arrow from your hand face up into arsenal. It gets +1 this turn. Go again. Battle 1, block 1. Limited card, I would say.
Yeah, it's basically the same as the gloves they are.
Then we go to Barbed Barrage. Ooh, I love the art on this one. Looks very cool. As an additional cost to play this, you may pay 3. If you do, this attacks an additional target. So this is 1 for 5 arrow.
Yes, this gives you play into things like Gravy
Would you desire me
and
as
Prism
well?
and
Your big
whatever.
app green boy.
It allows you to deal with allies, spectrum stuff. And worst case scenario, 1 for 5.
So I have a question. First of all, Santavic, thank you so much for your subscription, mate. Thank you, thank you. Hope you're doing well, enjoying your day off, if you have a day off. So if you buff this card, the buff also applies to the additional target that you're attacking.
I don't think so. Because how additional attacks work, it doesn't make this attack again. It makes a proxy that attacks in its
Yeah.
stand.
Yeah.
So I don't think it gets the buffs, but I'm also not a judge, so I'm not sure.
That's why the first 10 and first strike, the buff, if you apply that to your Ember Blades, and
Yeah,
you get
weapons
the
are
Ember
a
Blade
whole
back
lot
through the boots, it doesn't apply to that Ember Blade. Well, that's a bit of a different situation, but also it's not the same Ember
weapons
Blade.
don't attack, they make a proxy that attacks in its
Yeah.
place.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Which is also the same for all the allies from Gravy.
Yeah. Okay, Return Fire. I love the art in this set. When this defends, you may banish an arrow from your hand. If you do, so if your next turn, put it face up into your arsenal, it gets +3 until the end of the turn. This is a block card, blocks with 4.
Incredible.
Yeah, I love
Effectively 0 for 7.
And you can basically 0 for 7, and you can really take a turn off. You can just block out. You can prep.
And you can hide arrows. So say a new is attacking you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You banish the arrow before they can take it.
Yeah.
The card is incredibly good.
Yeah. I love it.
This might also see play in Azalea. You get to block 4, and you get to give an arrow +3.
Yeah, of course.
Now keep in mind,
I mean,
it needs to have an open arsenal,
yeah.
and you do not get a priority window at the start of your turn.
Yeah.
So say if you have Trench, you cannot sink that card at the start of your turn away and then put.
Yeah. Okay. All right, but 0 for 7. I mean, what more can you say? It's all you need to say. Drop the anchor. Wait, no, we skipped. No, drop the anchor. That eel is getting harpooned, that's for sure. Your next arrow attack this turn gets +3, and with this hits a hero, tap them and all allies they control. Well, that just sounds fantastic into Gravy.
Yeah, great in limited. I would not play it in CC.
Yeah.
Because
no, it's situational,
this is
right?
Specifically great into Gravy and nothing else.
Yeah. Again, I'm going to a hero which isn't very relevant, but the Kasai army, they're allies as well, right?
Yes, but I don't think they have to attack.
Yeah, okay.
Because they're
True.
older cards, and they have
yeah.
a once per turn action that just says attack. So you can tap them, and that's very cool. And then I still attack with them.
Okay. Fair. Yeah, there's like, whatever. You tap my hero. Or my
Tap
ally.
at the moment is only relevant for the current heroes, but
Yeah,
will probably
yeah.
be relevant for everything in the future. And I kind of hope they at some point do a sweep where everything in the past also just gets changed. But they probably won't.
They
It's a lot of
probably
work.
can't, because it wasn't ever designed for that. So I think that the wording on a lot of cards would need to be
You would have to go
reviewed.
one card at a time.
Yeah, exactly.
And I
So
don't think they have the time for that.
not unless like 3/4 of the heroes that don't feature the keyword or the tap symbol LL, and they're like, okay, now it's but no, it doesn't make a lot of sense.
It will just be the way forward, though.
Yeah. Fire in the hole. Next arrow gets +3. You may untap a bow you control. Sounds pretty good.
Very good limited card again.
Yeah.
Very good with that second bow that says put an arrow into play, go again. This is for the go wide version
Yeah.
of Marlynn.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Not that great with cannon because you will not have the resource to do that twice.
Yeah. Monkey Powder. Monkey. The card is good because it has a monkey. Your next arrow attack is going to +1 and overpower. Draw card. I mean, drawing cards is good. Is +1 overpower, draw a card worth 3 cost. With the amount of blues that she's running, it's probably fine.
It's probably good for limited. It feels a bit expensive.
Yeah.
Because you also want to use those resources to activate your cannon.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think this is mostly a limited card to just have enough. The downside in limited is that if you can't draw and you play the cannon, you can't load.
Yeah.
And if you can't load, you can't do anything.
Yeah. All right, good. So now we're getting to the 3 cards that trigger me. Hook, line, and sinker. Could have been so good, but they messed it up. Hook. Look at the top card of your deck. If it's an arrow, you may put it face up into your arsenal. If you do, this gets +1 this turn. How many good blues do you have in the deck?
Quite a few.
I would still say this is a pretty good card.
Yeah, but you do need to pitch deck for this.
Yeah.
Because you do not want to just gamble.
So it's a good card if you know what you're doing.
Yes.
All right. But yeah, you can just pitch it, right? It's a blue and a 3 block, so fine. Line, look at top card of your deck. If it's an arrow, you may put it face up into your arsenal. If you do, it gets go again this turn. Wait, to the other one, it's +1. I mean, I like the go again better.
Yeah, she is more about making big arrows most of the time. So...
Oh, really? Ah, I thought you was more go wide.
Well, you have 2 possible ways depending on which one of the bows you pick. So if you play the cannon, you do big attacks with the cannon. And if you do the bow, you load in a lot of go again arrows.
Yeah. All right.
And the CC builds I've seen at the moment are mostly the big arrows.
Okay. I mean, it's also how Ranger has been played for a long time now.
Yes.
Especially Azalea, so it's natural that people would gravitate to that first. Right, Sinker. Look at the top card of your deck. If it's an arrow, what does this do? Overpower.
Again, if you can pitch deck it, quite good, but I don't think you want to gamble this.
No. I mean, I like hook and line better. Probably, personally, I would like... I mean, again, it depends what kind of deck you're building. Yeah. Okay, dry powder shot. Let's move on. When this is put face up into your arsenal, it gets +2 this turn. This is an arrow. So this is 0 for 5.
Pretty solid. Yep, keep in mind her effect that when you draw, put an arrow, arsenal, so it's a 0 for 5. Very good.
Yeah, you just need to play it this turn.
Yeah, but why wouldn't you?
Yeah, sure. Entangling shot. When this put a face up in your arsenal, you may tap a target hero. Okay, fine.
Yeah, it's decent. It's 0 for 4.
Limited, right? Yeah, it's 0 for 4.
Fine.
It's like, fine.
Tapping can be relevant. If you can tap, say, the Puffin and they can't make a cog for a turn, that can be very awkward.
Yeah. Nettling shot. Just put face up in your arsenal, you may tap a target ally. Oh, yeah.
This one does not seem that good. I would rather just kill the ally.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still a 0 for 4, so it's still...
Yeah, we can probably find something better.
Yes.
Scouting shots. When this is put face up in your arsenal, you may look at the top card of your deck. I mean, that seems pretty good.
Yes, info can be good, definitely with the amount of gold we have. So knowing what's on top might decide to then crack a gold.
I mean, you can run this in Azalea, right?
I would not run this in Azalea. I would rather just run buffs and rely on the helmet.
Okay.
I would not run a 0 for 4 ally to just look. You already have a better version in blue.
Okay. Swift shot. When this is put face up in your arsenal, it gets go again.
This one's very good.
Yeah.
It's just a 0 for 4 go again. Fantastic.
Great. And the next 9 cards are reprints, headshot, salvage shot, and sick'em shot. I mean, you need a bit of reprint.
All good.
and I like. I mean, Sikkim Shot is 0 for 4 go, 1 for 4 go again.
1 for
But
4. Still good.
yeah, I mean, Headshot is
1 for
if it's
6.
face up, 1 for 6. It's great. Salvage Shot.
Arrows for most people put face up.
Yeah, and like the salvage shot is like put it at the bottom of your deck. It's like
Really
that
good
helps.
with the cannon, where it can just be a 9 attack. And poof.
Yeah, and it also helps you not run out of arrows that quick. So
Yep.
All right, and then calling the big guns. Well, that's a cannon. Your next
Sure is.
arrow this attack
It's a
gets
shark
plus.
cannon.
Sorry.
It's a shark cannon.
Yes, I don't know how practical it is, but it looks cool. Your next arrow attack this gets +3. You may put an arrow from your hand face up into your arsenal.
Yeah, this just fixed the point where you need to draw cards normally to load. But this just fixes it up so that you don't get stuck without loading.
Yeah.
Very solid. 0
Yeah.
for 3.
Pretty good, pretty good. Not great, not terrible. Then we have that in yellow and blue, and then we get to Stowaway Scurv.
The best hero in the set.
I mean...
And I mean that for limited 2. It is genuinely the best limited hero. It's
Yeah.
incredibly.
Stupid, sexy Scurv.
Oof.
Action. Tap. Destroy a gold you control, create a gold kiss ROM token, go again. I mean, it's so good. You just destroy a gold, and you
And
get
then when you
a
use
go
ROM,
again.
you can...
And whenever you activate a gold kiss ROM, you get a resource as well. So
it's so broken with the boats. It's so incredible.
so good.
The
so
downside
good.
is, the one downside is you do need to open this in draft pack 1, pick 1. Because if you
Yes.
open this pack 3, it's too late.
Yeah. You've gone down the wrong. But I just want to, honestly, I haven't been
And if you get him in
interested in
sealed
Project
play,
Blue that much, but I want to play him Project Blue.
I think it's going to be quite good.
I think it's just fun, right? Like I just want to. I want to play him. I want to play Sticky Fingers because Sticky Fingers is my new best friend. Polly is okay. You can say they're Polly, but Sticky Fingers. The only thing that I'm sad about with Sticky Fingers is that the Marvel comes in the Judge pack, so I'm never gonna have it. But you know. All right. Action. Tap. Attack. If this is equipped, unequip it. When this attacks a hero, steal a gold token they control. I mean, give me all your gold.
Yeah, you usually use this quite late in the game, or at some point where you know they blocked and you still have an action.
Yeah, but it's like just
You
getting
don't
that
want to
gold.
use this too early.
No, but if, for instance, we talked about it earlier in Puffin, right? How important it is that she has that gold generation, that cock generation. If you
Stealing
take it,
gold at any time in the game can just win you the game.
exactly. Like if you do it at the right time, this can just turn the game immediately. All right. I think then we go into the pirate cards. Gold baited hook. Sorry.
Yeah. Generic pirate cards now. Yeah.
Oh yes. Action. Your next pirate attack this turn gets when this hits a hero, steal a gold token they control. Otherwise, create a gold token at the beginning of your end phase. If you haven't created or stolen a gold token, just destroy this. I mean, that feels pretty good.
I think you play this in most of the pirates.
Yeah.
Gold control in the pirate mirror is fantastic. Just generating gold is good. Stealing it is even better.
Yeah.
You do want to be careful because if you don't make a golden turn, you lose it. But the best way to use it is if you've already made gold this turn.
Yeah. That sounds great. It looks great.
If you've made gold, there's no downside. It's just it threatens an on hit for free. Very good, and it's battle worn.
Rush, you know, that's kind of my point. I Scurv, like I just don't feel like Blitz is a good format. So I think if I want to play like a young hero, I hope Project Blue is going to be the new format where I hear it's very fun and it's very good, but we're early days, so that's why I'm saying Project Blue, right?
I just want to play Scurvy and bring all the ships.
Yes,
Bring the fleet.
I'm not much of a deck builder, right? But I was like, I want to play Scurv, so I was like, oh, let me try and put a deck together. Basically, what I said, Scurv, all the ships. Let's see what I change. All right, Blue Sea Tricorn, pirate equipment, action 3 costs, destroy this, draw a card, go again.
Yes, quite good in Marlynn. Allows you to load Quite good with all the high tide cards.
Yeah.
Definitely the 2 for 6 go again one. It's a solid card. It's
Yeah.
nothing amazing, but worst case is Blade Break one. It's good.
Probably pretty good in limited, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Buccaneer's Bounty. That's a very fancy Buccaneer.
Great coat.
Buccaneer. Yes, very, very handsome. Action, destroy this, gain 1, go again. Okay. I mean, 1, yeah.
Yeah. It's a resource.
Yeah.
At some point, you might need a resource. Here you go.
I mean, usually we see one of these chess pieces
Yes.
in every single set for limited, right? Always like Blade Break, destroy this, gain 1 resource.
Yeah, fairly
So-
solid.
Yeah. Fish
Always have to have
Fingers. Destroy this, your next attack gets +1, go again. Again, it's just standard
Great
limited
name.
stuff. Yes.
Really good name.
It's good.
But yeah, also we see this in every set. It's good.
Exactly. You have to play this in Gravy,
It's your
right? And you
breakpoint
play
when
the
you need it.
Gravy Fish Fingers.
We're making a full meal here.
Yeah. Sorry, just center. You can play him in Project Blue. That's why they didn't give him a Majestics. That is true, right? Yeah, yeah. And I do like when I saw in Skirmish that you can get his cold foil. Like, oh my god, I wanna win a Skirmish
Got
now.
my heart Skirmish.
Yeah, yeah. It's like I
Downside
never
is you
thought.
probably got to play Blitz.
Yeah, probably just better just buying it, honestly. Because
Yeah, that one might be expensive.
yeah, true. It's still a young hero. So hopefully not too much. Peg leg. Action, pay 3, destroy this, your next attack this turn gets go again.
Also,
Okay.
quite good.
Alright, Conquer of the High Seas. This card is amazing. When this hero
Also known as CNC.
CNC. Yes. I love this card. It's awesome. When this hits a hero, destroy all cards in the arsenal, create a gold token for each card destroyed this way. Hide that if there are 2 or more blue cards in your pitch zone, this gets +1 and go again. So basically, pitch 2 blues. Pitch 2 blues, Conquer of the High Seas for 8 into a CNC. Right,
Yeah,
it's
this card is. This is the felling of the crown of this set. This will probably be the most expensive. Only upside is that everybody gets a free one at Nets,
True.
which I'm very happy about, and I
Yes.
might try to buy the ones from my other players.
Yeah, it's great, especially if you're collecting the cards for being able to play Gravy anyway, right? So
Now, for the maximum bling, you need the gold version of this.
there's a gold version.
Yeah, in the pirate packs.
Oh,
There's the gold version.
right. Yes. Good luck. All right, Loan Shark. Go again when it sends to the area code, create 2 gold tokens. At the beginning of your end phase, if you haven't created or stolen a gold this turn, destroy this, lose 2 unless you discard a card. I mean, it's good. It's very good. I like it.
Fine. I personally removed it from Gravy Bones because you already get plenty of gold. In limited, it's fine. The downside of having to discard and lose life is rough, but gold is very good. Though in limited, you also are swimming in gold.
Yeah.
This card is all right, but it's not great.
Okay. All right. Hey Sigma, how you doing? CNCs is appropriate. It is. Problem is it's already CNC pre-sale price. I heard. Yeah, but Conquer of the High Seas being CNC price is not surprising.
The price will probably drop a bit. The point that everybody gets one at Nets definitely helps.
And it's also a pirate, right? So, like, 3 classes can play it, and not all of them want. Well, 4. 4 heroes.
Yeah,
wanna play
Gravy
it.
100% plays it. Marlynn probably plays it too. Puffin is a maybe.
Yeah.
Mostly because Puffin wants to play a few of the boost cards, and that can be quite awkward.
I mean, Scurv is in love with this card.
Yeah, but where in Scurvy you can play it in Blitz, I guess.
Yeah,
But you can't play it
true.
in Project Blue.
True. All right. Maybe back to Blitz it is. Tip the barkeep. Create a Gold Kiss Rum token. You may give a gold token you control to another hero. If you do, put this on the bottom of my owner's deck. I think this is great.
Very good. It's basically an E-pot.
Yeah.
It stores an action point for the future.
Yeah, it's great. Sunken Treasure. When this defends, you may turn a card in the graveyard face down. If it's a yellow, create a gold token.
Also fairly good in Marlynn. Plays quite a few yellow cards, makes you gold again.
Yeah.
And if you happen to play into a gravy, that completely screws them. Because you're just murdering their allies in the
Oh, because it's in a graveyard.
In
It's
a
not
graveyard,
yours. Well, yes.
So
Yes.
most of the time, it's a 3 block that makes it gold. It's fine. Pretty good.
And again, I always think about these fringe heroes because those are the heroes that I play, right? But again, I'm thinking about Levia here. Is it like, well, that could just mess
More
your
blood
discard,
bet.
right? Because if you
More blood bet.
no, because you've turned it around. If it's face down, you don't have to blood that anymore. But you
Fair,
can't
yes.
you can't use it to trigger your
I'll banish it,
cards,
yeah.
right?
So it is still a card in your grave, right? So can you randomly banish it?
Yes, you can, but it's not a 6 anymore.
That's true.
So you could, yeah, you probably still discard a face down card. It just picks 3 random cards. It doesn't care what those cards are as long
I
as it's in
assume it would
graveyard.
not count as a 6, but I think you can still banish it to create.
Yeah, I would agree.
So it just increases the miss count by 1.
Yeah, exactly. Which is relevant. But again, she's not at the moment, so. HMS Barracuda. When this hits a hero, destroy an ally they control. High tide, so +1 overpower. I mean, +1
limited,
overpower.
Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
If you happen to be against the grave, this just wins you the game.
Yeah. HMS Kraken. When this hits a hero, destroy an item they control. Well,
same story. Everybody has gold. Great.
yeah. And also good in constructed against mechs, right?
Feels a bit specific.
Yeah, it depends. It's meta dependent, right? If you know you're gonna face a lot of mechs, maybe.
Yeah, but they can. You probably won't have that many of them.
Yeah.
They have
HMS
enough armor.
Marlynn. When this hits a hero, destroy the top card of their deck.
Also quite good. You can definitely run people out in it for limited, I mean. But
Yeah, exactly. They didn't make a lot of these cards generic because if they did, Victor would be a god.
oh, if Kasai could play all of these, she would be terrifying. Imagine a Kasai that could make like 20 gold.
Oh my god. Yeah.
She would literally bring an army.
Yeah. Which is kind of sad again because like I don't feel like there's a lot here that makes Betsy or Olympia better, which I feel like
there's absolutely nothing.
Could have been an opportunity and feels like a bit of a missed opportunity.
I do get now why they banned cash in or cash out. The just free draw 2 would have been way too good.
Yeah.
I get it. But please give Warrior something. Anything.
Yeah. Anything. Next set. There's always next set.
Yeah, but we've been saying that for the last 6 sets.
No, I know. I mean, Brute is in the same boat, honestly.
Yeah.
When this attacks, reveal the top card of your deck. This gets +X as Murderous Rebel, where X is the pitch value of the card revealed this way. I mean, I'm just going to parrot what they told me in the video today. It's a blue 3 attack. So...
Yep, it's great in Gravy because it's a blue that just enables your hero power, so you can play your allies. Gives you a bit of go wide.
Yeah. Rhino Wrecking Pirate.
Oh, that would be so cool.
Yeah, my predictions didn't come to fruition for this
set.
But...
There might be a future pirate set. It is a separate class now and not a talent. So
true. We'll see. Pilfer the Wreck. When this hits a hero, may turn a card in the graveyard face down. If it's yellow, create a gold token. 3 for 7. Great for limited. 3 for 7. We talked about this earlier.
3 for 7.
Yeah.
With upside. So good.
Saltwater Swell. 1 for 3. When this attacks, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a blue, pitch it.
These cards have been surprisingly good.
Oh yeah?
These have been seeing I've been seeing Marlynn play this in CC. I've seen some Gravies try this in CC. Often this is a 1 for either In gravy, most time you play the blue one. It enables your hero power and it can give you like 5 pitch.
Yeah.
Because you
Nice.
pitch a blue into this, and then you put another blue from your top in your pitch. Allows you to play for some expensive ally. Also makes all the high tide cards easier.
It's true. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well.
Very
Awesome.
solid card.
Good. And then they come in blue and yellow as well. Divvy up. Remove half the gold counter from Treasure Island. Obviously limited
Yes.
for the sets. I think there's
Yeah,
a
we've
few
not
of
played this in
those.
CC.
No. No. Portside exchange. Discard a card and draw a card. If a yellow card is discarded, this way create a gold token. I think this is really good in gravy.
It's incredible in gravy.
Yeah.
Also not terrible in Marlynn, but
It could be good
again,
as well.
you make the harpoon, then discard the harpoon.
I would say it's also pretty good in Puffin, right? Just because it helps you create that gold.
Yeah, but she doesn't really want to she doesn't run as many yellows.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. It's true. Or Reinar Drunk Menace. That's just Reinar, as St. Havoc says. All right.
I just want to KO with no arms.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. Or maybe just one leg.
KO kicking and screaming.
Spot a scratch. Seafloor salvage. Turn a card in your graveyard in a graveyard face down if it's a yellow crit gold token. Seems.
Yeah, it's a limited card, but it's quite
Yeah.
good.
KO armless, but somehow still dangerous. Yeah, exactly. It's gonna come bite you. Scrub the deck. Destroy the top card. Destroy the top card of a target's hero deck. If it's yellow, create a gold token.
You could play this gravy, because if you see an
Yeah.
ally on top, it enables... It's an ally engraved, so it effectively draws a card, makes a gold, and enables your hero power by playing blue. Would not play it in a different hero.
Yeah. Makes
Also
sense.
mostly limited cards.
Okay, shifting tides. Go again at the start of your turn. Pitch a top card of your deck. If it's blue, put this at the bottom of the deck. Otherwise, destroy this.
This one seems bad.
It would help you with the high tide, but otherwise, it's like
Yeah.
Yeah. Not so fast. Yellow, 0 cost. Scurv's specialization. Next time an opponent would draw a card from an effect of a gold token this turn, instead you draw a card.
Yeah, this card's incredible.
It's so
Absolutely ridiculously limited.
Wasn't
Like this
there
on their own wins you the game.
wasn't there a
'Cause
game
most-
on stream where the player played 2 of these in the same turn?
Absolutely disgusing.
That's
just
awesome.
gross.
Yes,
That's
right,
absolutely
Santok?
disgusting.
Oh, so good. I remember
Just-
them apologizing to their opponents. So sorry for doing this.
If you play 2 of those, you have to apologize.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Yeah, no. Just most of the time you crack a gold, you're looking for something very to extend your turn, and just taking that away is just
Yeah.
that's just mean. It's just evil.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to fix their hand, and not only are you taking that away from them, you gain a card, right? So if you
Yes.
if somehow find a hand, you could end up with a, if you play 2 like that player did, you end up with like a 6 card, maybe 7 card with an arsenal hand. I mean, it's going to be hard
Most
to
of the
convert
time
that,
you
but
plan your turn with the draw of the gold, and you just completely screw someone's turn.
yeah,
Like
it's insane.
often when you do this, you just end someone's turn.
It's insane.
It's incredible. But this is
Yeah.
very hard to play in limited, because you have to open this rare and open Scurv.
Yeah, of course. I mean,
So-
there's a higher chance of it happening in sealed. But
Higher, but not high.
yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
someone getting 2 of these and the Scurv in the same sealed is absolutely insane.
Yeah. I bet
Like
when
the
Nova
odds of that are so small.
Oh my god, yeah. All right, then we're throwing caution to the wind. Real top card of your deck. Next time you would be dealt damage this turn, prevent X of that damage, where X is the pitch value of that card revealed that way. It's like,
It's fine. It goes around overpower, but it's not great.
yeah, it doesn't feel good. Lost in Transit. When this offends, you may remove a gold counter from Treasure Island. If you do, you're a thief, create a gold token. Now, obviously, this is referencing a
Scurv,
thief.
in Scurv, really good.
Yeah,
In other heroes, quite decent.
yeah.
You
But
can do
again,
this when you.
in the limited
when you
format
n-
where you actually have a Treasure Island, right? You wouldn't
Yes,
want
of
to play
course,
this in
of course.
Project Blue or Blitz. Yeah.
In limited, when you know you cannot defend, you take the gold away, make them not get the gold.
Yeah.
Very good.
Battalion Bark. High Tide. If there are 2 or more blue cards in your pitch zone, it's +2. I mean, it's
This has been a bit of a star of the weekend. This card is incredibly good.
I mean, it's a 4 for 9, which is great. No, but the problem is you need to pitch 2 blues, right? So
Yeah, but in limited, 9 is just so much.
no, absolutely, absolutely.
And what you often do is you crack a gold, draw a card, then pitch the second blue to attack with this.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because this card's incredible.
So
this is a first pick card in draft.
yeah.
Card's incredibly good. Even the blue one might actually be a first pick worthy card. This card's been
blue
so
is still
good.
7, right? It's still
7 for the pitch, yeah. It's
on a blue.
It's a lot.
Like 3 block. Expedition to Azura Keys. When this attacks, you may put a gold counter on Treasure Island.
It's a 0 for 4. It forces a block because they don't want to give you the.
Yeah.
I think the bigger ones are better.
Oh, so they just go 1 for 5.
They're a cycle from 0 to 3. Yeah.
2 to 6.
I think
okay.
the 3 cost is the best one.
Wait, there's a it goes all the way to 7. So there's 4
3 for
of them.
7. Yep.
Yeah.
3 for 7 with a counter on the island is good. Forces some blocks to not give you a bunch of gold.
Pack 1, pick 1.
Probably not, but very high pick.
Okay. Golden Tipple. When this attacks, you may discard a yellow card. If you do, draw a card, create a gold token. Seems pretty good in Gravy.
Also very good in Marlynn again.
Yeah.
Where you can just make a harpoon, discard the harpoon. And that turns it into a 1 cost 3, go again, make a gold, draw a card.
Yeah.
The blue version is best for Gravy.
Oh, yeah.
Because
sense.
it enables your hero power to play allies.
Gold Hunter Light Sail. When this attacks, you control less gold than an opponent. This gets go again. It's 1 for
Fairly
4,
solid.
2 block. Yeah.
1 for 4, go again. You can kind of set this up where you on purpose let your opponent hit you with a Treasure Island, let them get the gold. You can crack your own gold in your turn to kind of manipulate the amounts. It's very good.
I only have one question though. What is this lady up to?
I think she's about to hook someone with a spear or a fish with a spear.
But like wins.
It's a very dangerous form of fishing.
Yeah, I was gonna say it doesn't seem intuitive, but whatever. I guess it looks cool. Gold Hunter Longboat. If you control less gold than an opponent, gets +2. So this will be 0 for 5.
Not as good, but still fine.
Yeah.
Again, you can just manipulate it by on purpose letting.
Okay, so these are serious as well. The Gold Hunters are okay.
Overpower.
Control less gold than your opponent gets overpower.
This one doesn't feel as great.
No,
it is still a 3 for 6,
but yeah, it's a 3 for 6, which is not great. You wanted a 2 for 6, and even the 2 block as well, right? So
hardest to use of all of them.
I'd probably pick it, but only if there's nothing else attractive in the pack. Gold Hunter Catch. If you control less gold than an opponent, this costs 2 less to play.
This one again is quite decent. If you have less golds, this can be just a 2-card 7 again.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. I kind of like this. You can, because you can just pay for the cost of the gold, right, to draw a card, and then you can force that situation if you want. So, so that's pretty good. 2 for 7. That's good. Swift Water Sloop, High Tide. If there are 2 or more blue cards in your pitch zone, this gets go again. I mean, 2 for 6 go again.
Also an
Sounds great.
incredibly good card. Often it is crack a gold, play this, 6 go again. Very strong.
Yeah, seems fantastic.
Again, even blue one is very good. The
Yep.
blue 2 for 4 go again.
Swindler's Grift. When this attacks, you may discard a yellow card. If you do, draw a card and create a gold. Discard a yellow card. If you do, draw a card and create a gold.
It's fine. It's not
Yeah.
great. It doesn't have go again, but it works.
It's a 2 for 6 again. You know, it's like, again, like the issue that I have is the 2 block, but you get an extra effect where you draw a card and you create a gold. I mean, imagine if you have a ROM, this can be very good.
Yes, yeah. Scurvy is just good with all these cards. Grum is just incredible.
Yeah.
But it's also good for gravy. Just fuels up the graveyard for the next turn.
Yeah. Thieving Varmints. When this attacks, you may remove a gold from counter from Treasure Island. If you do, and you're a thief, creates a gold token. Feels like I want this in Scurvy.
Scurvy is great. Worst case scenario, it is just a 0 for 4, 3 block.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's good.
Chart a course. Your first attack this turn gets +3. You may put a gold counter on Treasure Island. 0, 3.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Some decks will probably play this. It allows you to go over top of things. The red one's pretty good.
I'm whelmed. Mutiny
It's
on
fine.
the Battalion Bark. For each hero that controls more gold than you, steal a gold token they control. If you gain control of one more gold token with your next attack, it's +2. I mean, this is great if
Very
you
good.
play Scurv in UPF.
Even in limited, this card's very.
Yeah.
Again, let them hit you, let them gain the gold, steal the gold.
Yeah. Yeah. They all want gold.
Let them do the work, and you get the reward.
Yeah.
The go again is probably the best one again.
Yeah. The mutiny on Swiftwater. Yeah. If you control one or more gold tokens this way, so again, if you steal them,
Yes.
gets go again.
Let the next get go again. Very good. Also
Right.
good again in gravy. It's a blue.
Then we move into the Bandana of Blue Beyond. Equipment now. Action, discard a card, destroy this. Put a blue card from your graveyard on the bottom of your deck. I mean, it doesn't
Not bad.
block, so it helps against fatigue, but otherwise, I'd probably rather get...
Yeah, it's one of those big blue boats. Pretty good.
Yeah,
If you're trying to go along.
I'd probably try and go for a 1-block. Blade Break would be my preference.
You might be able to pick this one up quite late in the pack.
That's true.
It's not bad to have as an option.
Helmsman Peak. When this defense, look at the top card of your deck.
Very good.
Yeah.
Break Blake 1. Get a look.
Yeah. Information advantage. We talked about it.
Well, and with all the cards on this set, just knowing the top is great.
Yeah. Captain's Code. Destroy this, gain a life. Activate only if you've drawn a card this turn.
Yeah, it's worse than the pirate version, but it's still
Yeah.
1 resource.
It's
fine.
It's decent. Old Knocker. Instant tap your hero, destroy this, gain 1 resource. Can bail you out if you need. It's Blade Break 1.
Yeah, the tapping can be awkward.
Yeah.
You really don't want to tap hero, but again, it's Blade Break 1. Sometimes you need a resource. It's good.
Yeah, it depends what your hand looks like, right? It could be, it's not, maybe not the ideal.
Yeah, this
test,
could be good
but...
if you're going for like a boat turn or.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Swift Strike Bracers. Action, destroy this. Your next attack this turn gets +2. Activates only if you've played a Nimblism turn. Well, if it didn't say Nimblism, this would actually be better than Goliath Gauntlet.
Even with Nimblism, I like it in limited. Now you want to draft this after you get a Nimblism, or if you want to gamble.
Yeah.
But just giving your first Nimblism +2, it's very good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really good. Light Fingers. When this defense and you're a thief, steal a gold token. The attacking hero controls. Love it.
Yeah, if you're Scurvy, incredible. And even then, it's just, even if you're not, it's a generic Blade Break 1.
I actually loved how many cards reference thief. and I wonder if that's one of the reasons why the spoiler season was so short, because there was just a good amount of cards they couldn't
even
show.
said it on the live stream. They even had to manipulate gem info so people couldn't see it early.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to be very careful, like what cards in the set that you show, just because people may be able to draw conclusions just from the card
Yes.
numbers that you're seeing, right? It's like incredible. Old Knocker is amazing for wizards. Wait, really?
Yeah, I guess it's just one of those tap get a
Yeah,
resource equipments.
just get a
The
resource,
tapping
right?
doesn't do anything,
Yeah,
and this one
exactly.
now has one block.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's an upgrade over the Threadbare Tunic, I think it's
yeah,
called.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's on demand, which is great. Yeah. Quartermaster's Boots, action, pay 2, destroy this next non-attack card. This card you play this turn gets go again. I like this a lot.
Yes, really good in gravy. Lets you expand your board.
Yeah, and it also helps you with the high seas cards, right? Because
Yes.
you already have to pitch a blue. You
Well,
may
it's
have 2
non-attack action.
floating anyway.
It is
Great.
non-attack action, so it doesn't help with the boats.
Okay, yeah, fair. Okay, yeah, true.
But still, it's
That's
Blade Break 1 equipment.
Yeah. Quick clicks, action, destroy this. Your next attack this turn gets... Okay, so now this one is the attack. That gets go again. Okay. Only
Yes,
if you
but you
get
need
an
to play an
Nimbulism.
Nimbulism.
Yeah.
Again, really good if you have a Nimbulism. If you don't, kind of bad.
Yeah, so if you actually draft Nimbulism early on in the draft, and some of this stuff could wheel quite easily because people don't have Nimbulisms, right? So if you could
Yes.
be laughing if you draft early Nimbulisms and then all these cards that reference Nimbulism come around because nobody cares.
Yep.
Could be a really, really strong draft if you
Yeah,
if you have an early Nimbulism.
it is just on demand go again. Same with the gloves. It's 3+2. Really good.
Yeah. It's exactly a Sigma because the resource is instant always available. Yeah, exactly. Steelix. So this is actually a brute card. I
also
know
a
they
gravy
said
card.
it's generic, but it's a brute. Sorry, what?
No, it's also a gravy card.
Also gravy card. Yeah,
Gravy also can discard this. It's a really good card.
because you want the gold kiss rum, right? Because you want to make sure you can
Gravy
give something
struggles
go
with
again.
action points.
Yeah.
Gravy really struggles with action points, and it's just an extra action point on demand.
Yeah. So I'm gonna play this in Reiner at one point or another. I just don't know yet where and how. Because I need the yellow slots are quite restricted. You don't really want to run many more yellows than you do already. And the yellows that you do run, like Bloodrush Bellow and Beast Within, they have very specific roles and they're very good there. Agile wind
Good
up,
thing
like
to note about the Bloodless Rum, it makes scabs so much better.
it.
You
Of
can
course,
use
it
this
does.
to then roll scabs, so the scabs have go again. So even if you roll a 1, you still keep your action point.
Exactly, right? It bails you out, right? Which is fantastic. It's just it's just a fantastic card. Yeah, I'm gonna probably be playing some way of Rhino with this at some point.
This will absolutely make its way into Reinar. Just gotta take out something, and the question is what?
Best brute card in the set. I do think this is actually better than the brute card that they gave us in the expansion slot, which is funny. Although that card I'm kind of warming up to as well, so we'll get to that. But yeah, this is a fantastic card. I love it. Midas Touch, destroy target ally if its controller creates gold tokens equal to its cost. I don't think this is very. It's not very good.
It's good in the prism.
Yeah. Yeah, because she can't.
I think the prism allies are 0 when they're flipped, because they don't have a cost in their flipped form.
Yeah. Yeah, fair.
And it goes past Arclight Sentinel.
Yeah.
So you can kill the draw thing before you kill the Arclight Sentinel.
Yeah. And
very dangerous to use against Gravy. You don't want to give him like 5 gold. Do not use this on a whaler.
Exactly, right? You don't want to give him like a bunch of gold either. Like it looks good into Gravy, but like no, not really. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 amulets.
1 amulet for every region.
And I just feel like,
and they should not have been majestic.
I just feel like it's the potions and talisman that we had in Everfest all over. Right? It's like,
yeah, there are some small upgrades. Diamond is a slightly better version of Action Potion because it's instant instead of an action. So it's an on-demand action potion.
yeah, it's just like, it's Some of these might
Also-
find play.
There's also a very funny one with the platinum one.
Yeah.
Yes, where you can target the quick dodge flexors and they get +1 for the entire turn.
That's pretty good. Yeah, I think these are. I'm not gonna go through them one by
They're
one.
not that good.
They're at best okay. They may find play in specific decks, one or another, but just like the way that they have to be played and then cashed in.
The box where you open 2 or 3 of those is gonna. You're not happy.
And the thing is, what I don't like about these are also in the treasure packs, right?
These are quite rare, the treasure packs, though. They're very rare.
Okay.
I think these were the ones where they printed like 100 of each.
Okay. All right. That's okay. All right. So
And the art in the treasure pack is the full art version does look quite nice.
Okay.
Like getting a collection of these to display would be really cool.
Yeah.
Would you desire me as well?
Hey,
big
Schöne
app
Fische,
ring
guten
boy.
Abend, and thank you for the resubscription, mate. Thank you. Thank you.
I don't mind very rare versions. That's pretty cool.
Sorry, say that again.
I don't mind that there are rare versions of the collection cards.
Okay. I mean, yeah.
I just
Fair.
wish these weren't Majestics.
Yeah, I don't know what they're thinking here is. Maybe there's something we're not seeing, but I've just never been a fan of these amulet and potions, and except for the ones which obviously see a lot of play. But yeah, okay. Crash down the gates. Rare common. When this attacks a hero, they reveal the top card of their deck. If this has damage greater than the card revealed, this gets +2. Feels
Very good.
very good.
There are not that many big attacks in this set. And if this is just a 3 for 8, destroy the top of their deck, it's really good.
Yes. 3 for 8 feels good. And whenever you see like 3 for 8, you say like that's a very good card. And I was like, yeah, now you know why Swing Big is broken. They say they wish they didn't print it, right?
And that's a 2 for 8.
Exactly.
Even
That's
better.
Yeah. Jack be nimble. When this attacks, you may banish nimbleism from your graveyard. If you do, this gets +1, go again. When this hits a hero, steal an item they control until the end of this action phase. I mean, it's
pretty good. Keep in mind, if you steal a golden cracket, you do not have to give it back.
Yeah. I mean, it's good if you have a nimbleism, right? But if it's only
Yes,
a
yes, of
3, then it's too easy to block. So if you build a nimbleism deck,
This is the nimbleism deck.
yeah,
But
exactly.
it is very good if you have a nimbleism.
Yeah. Jack be quick. When this attacks, you may banish a nimbleism from your graveyard. If you do, this gets +1, go again. When this hits a hero, untap an ally they control, then steal it until the end of the action phase. This is pretty funny.
Bit more situational, but very funny to just attack a gravy with his own friend.
Yes. Yes.
You're
so
on
probably
my
worse
crew now.
than the nimble, because the nimble is more generic.
Everybody will have icons in the set. Only gravy will have allies.
Exactly.
But I think you can steal the weapons from Scurvy because that is a ally.
Oh yes. Oh yes, sticky fingers. Yes, yeah. All right. Money for you or your life. 3 cost, 6 attack. When this hits a hero, deal 2 damage to them unless they give you a gold token they control. If you're a thief, repeat this process once.
Also really good.
Yeah.
This is a must block card.
Yeah. Yeah. Seems awesome.
And if you're a thief, this is an absolute must block.
Yes. Yeah. Flying high. The next attack this turn gets go again. If it's red, it gets +1.
Yeah. Go wide. Not bad.
Yeah. Seems good.
Go again. Always good. And the go again is always. So even if the attack is a yellow.
Yeah. So the way that the differ is like red attack. No, next attack. Oh, red, yellow, blue.
The
Okay,
attack
yes.
always gets go again. The +1 is only on the same card.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, go again is good. Clapham in Irons. Go again when this enters the arena. Tap a target hero pirate, hero, or ally. It can't be untapped while this is in the arena. So if your turn destroy this, feels pretty good in limited.
That's a bit gimmicky. It
Yeah.
is. It is using a card, an entire card, to just tap them.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's worth an entire card.
I mean, it may, it depends, I guess. It could completely destroy their turn, right? It could be,
True.
you attack with something, you have a blue, you pitch, you have this left over, you play it, and they can't do anything.
But
Potentially.
I think this one also often just does nothing.
Yeah. That's true.
Because I think this very often you will just pitch this early game to play your cards, and late game this won't do as much.
Yeah. Regain composure when this next attack this turn gets +1, and when this hits a hero. Oh, when this hits, untap your hero. Go again.
It's not bad. Could have some fun parts, but it's not great.
I think if I'm thinking about limited and draft, I'd rather go for 3 blocks if I can. It
Yes.
wouldn't be one that I gravitate to immediately. I'd try and get 3 blocks initially, and then, yeah, maybe on the wheel. Tit for tat. Tap target hero, untap another target hero.
Again, yeah, it's a card to tap and tap.
Yeah. Fiddler's Green. When I first saw
That one's
this,
quite.
when I first saw this, like, it's a, it's for value, but people seem to love it.
Yeah, it lets you block breakpoint. It's a great value if you discard to say gravy. It's just a very good card.
In red, specifically.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just good when you can get. I think it's the only life game. No, it's not the only life game, but
No, there's another one later.
yeah, there's Life for Life, of course, as well. But
There's some
yeah.
more later.
Fool's Gold. When this is discarded, create a gold token. I don't think.
Yeah, this is not so good.
No. Blow for blow. When this is played, you have less life than your opposing hero. It gets go again. 2 for 4. When this hits, deal 1 damage to target.
It's okay. 2 for 4 go again is not terrible. And if it hits, it's a 2 for 5. It's very good with the high tide ships.
Yeah, I mean,
it's still not bad.
It's barely on rate, right? 2 for 5, go again.
Yeah, but it works quite well with the ships.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And it can help into gravy, right? But if they have like a
yes,
yeah, you can basically go 4 damage into 1, clear that, and then 1 if they have 2 allies on the board by chance, you can already.
And it's not hits a hero, so if you hit an ally, you can also ping a second.
Yeah. All right, Life for Life. That's a reprint. I'm not going to look at the reprints in detail.
Also good. Oh, that one's also good. Nimby.
Yeah, Nimby. So attacks, you may search your deck for Nimbalism, reveal it, put it in your hands, then shuffle.
Very solid. Good for the Nimbalism deck. Just end your turn on this Arsenal.
Yeah. It's not in my backyard. Fine. Rally the Coast Guards. Once per turn instant. Discard a card. This gets +3 block. Actors only while this card is defending. I mean, it seems really good.
Really good. Really good.
It's 3/7 and it can block for 5. I mean,
yeah, it's good in all the heroes and incredibly good in gravy.
And it's also generic. I would say this is pack 1, pick 1.
It's better coast or better rear guard.
Yeah. I definitely pack 1, pick 1 this. Sirens of Safe Harbor. When this is put in the graveyard from anywhere, game 1. It's a 2/6, 2 cost 6, 2 block. Yeah, it's
often 2 card 7.
Yeah, I like
anywhere.
This.
So if you attack with it, you still gain the life.
Yeah, exactly.
Very good.
Yeah, agree. Strike gold. When this hits, create a gold token. I like it. It's a 0 for 4, which is a breakpoint with an upside.
Yeah, it's very good. Trading is also really good.
When this attacks, you may discard a card. If you do draw a card, if this play from Arsenal, it gets go again. Yes.
so many of the heroes care about discard. It's
Yeah.
really good again with Marlynn, where you then discard her. This is just a 0 for 3, go again, draw cards.
Very nice. Then we have Walk the Plank. 3/7 again. When this hits a pirate
3/7
hero,
with upside.
tap them or an ally to control. This is basically a must block, right? Almost. This is like a damned if you do,
Not
damned if you don't.
necessarily, but it is a 3 for 7 with upside.
I mean, if they let it hit, like, here's the thing, right? You block it, you probably need to throw an equipment and 2 cards at it, then you have a small turn. You don't block it, you're probably tapped and you have a small turn as well, because you probably want to do something with your hero to create a big turn, so... yeah, it's not a must block, but it's gonna hurt your next turn some way or another in a big way.
Also, can't wait till we get the sea monster.
Yeah. Yeah. Rush, so many good cards, how to build a deck. Basically just go for 3 for 7s. Just build your deck around 3 for 7 and then you win. Why does this set have a pirate? Does not have a pirate brute with so many discarding and 6s beats me? Well, because it probably would be broken.
We already know we're going to the Savage Land soon, so you don't worry.
Do we
Brute will
though?
get something.
Do we?
They said that before the end of the year we'll get a Brute set, and people have been waiting for Savage Land so long. I'm fairly certain Savage Land is next.
You know, we'll hopefully. Nimblism, that's a reprint.
Good for the Nimblism deck.
Sorry?
Good for the Nimblism deck.
Yes.
Basically,
fantastic.
if you get a Nimblism in pack 1, might be worth to just consider that.
Yeah. Because if you get it, then probably not a lot of other... Well, it's a common, but...
That is the red Nimblism. I would not pick the blue Nimblism.
Yeah, the red.
Blue Nimblism is still bad.
On the horizon, when this defense, look at the top card of your deck. It's a 4
Such
block.
a good card.
Yeah.
Such an incredible card. Just the info with all the card draw and the gold is so good.
Yeah. Again, I think contender from pack 1, pick 1. It's generic.
That might be... I'd rather pick an offensive card, pick 1.
Sure. But yeah, it's still good because it's generic, right? And if you don't want to lock yourself in for something early on.
Usually it's better to be on offense than defense, but it's still a very good card.
Yeah. Sigma, don't lose hope. We'll get there eventually. Now, if the heroes in the set are actually good, is something else. Okay, so then the tokens.
The heroes in this set are all quite good.
Yeah.
Gold, very good.
Gold Kiss Rom, super good. Love it.
Incredible.
Absolutely
Crack
love it.
Bubble is still cracking.
Fantastic.
Still has not broken fully.
Best card. They're just messing with us at this point. This is nothing is
They
ever going to
never
happen.
said anything. They never said anything was going to happen. People just
they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing.
I know, but they never said anything was going to happen.
Treasure Island. This is the macro. The first time a hero is attacked, you should put a gold counter on this. Whenever you or an ally you control deals damage to an opposing hero, you remove that many gold counters from this. Then get gold tokens equal to the number of counters removed this way. Okay, so basically, you want to block so your opponent doesn't get the gold.
It's a race for the gold. We both try to get it. Keep in mind, this is a shared macro, unlike the Rosetta macro, where you each had your own.
And this stays for the whole game as well, right?
This stays for the whole game.
I kind of love the dynamic. I kind of love the dynamic this creates.
It's
right?
Great.
This is like
combined with all the cards that say if your opponent has more gold, there's so much play. It's fantastic.
Yeah. It's like
it's such a good design.
Here's a new game mode. Right? It's like it's like when you play like a rogue like or something, it's like here's a modifier card that completely changes how you play the game. Right.
It's incredible. I hope at some point for UPF they make stuff like where you just have a pile of macros in the center and they just flip through it, like the plane chase from Magic. If you've ever.
No, I've never. But you know, this could have been just as easy a template for Smash Palace, right? Just something that completely changes the game. And what?
Yeah, I hope they do more with this design space for fun formats.
Yeah, I
This could be
agree.
great for casual formats.
Yeah. They could introduce something like this into Project Blue,
Sure.
right? And then they can make it seasons like this season. This is the macro you're all playing, right?
Yeah.
Could be great. Anyway, Codex of Frailty. I hear this is a pretty popular card, and
It's legendary. Yeah,
it is
I have
legendary.
a set of codexes and I still want them to print as Majestic. Just the price needs to come down. We need more players.
Yes.
Don't sit on a pile of cards trying to hold gold and money. Just it's better
Yes.
for the game if more players can play. So many players are turned away looking at €1,000 decks.
Yes.
It is what's gonna kill the game.
It is. It is. And it's one of I discussed this with Jamie from PKT. He's more of on the collecting side. He has a podcast that's coming out on Friday, which I will be on. So, just heads
Looking
up.
forward to it.
We discussed this topic as well, right? I think it's really hard to objectively judge what impact these reprints at Legendary are having, because the hunted demand was much higher than they anticipated. So they had issues getting the product into the hands of players. So then judging, well, how much impact is the CNC reprint really having on the price is hard to say, because if they had the product, a lot more would have been opened and more would be on the market. So it's hard to judge from this. And from what we're hearing about this set, well, it looks
It's also
like
gotta be tough to get hands on.
it's going to be super hard, right? And you
Yes.
can't judge the impact of this reprint on the market with a set that has what it looks like going to have a lot of issues with people getting their hands on it. So I get what you're saying. And I agree it should probably be Majestic, but we haven't really seen the impact on the market with these Majestic cards reprinted at Legendary that a normal market, in air quotes, would be.
I will say the impact is just not that low. Even if you look back to the Tunic, the price is back to where it was before.
Yeah.
And that was a legendary reprinted as legendary. You
Yeah.
need 3 of these.
Yeah.
And I will
That's
say,
fair.
even if they've heard the feedback, this set was already printed by the time the Hunted was released.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
for feedback to take effect, that will take 2 sets from now.
No, absolutely. Yeah. They're like 1.5 years ahead, I think. That's what they said.
Yes.
Well, not with what every single card, but where they're designing. No, keep it expensive. Not everybody is a whale like you, Sigma.
They just
Time for History Pack 3. I would love like an archive pack kind of product available in more languages than Japanese. I think that would help a lot.
yes. Also, one of the things the Japanese also have. There have been some print issues there too, where a
Yeah.
lot of the Japanese packs are just not being printed enough.
Yeah. Anyway, good card. Undercover acquisition, stealth, assassin action. When this hits a hero, steal an item they control.
Good card.
Yeah.
It's just
So-
not a stealth card. The upside is quite useful.
Yeah.
And like I said earlier, the game control is very useful because assassins will steal your cards.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just like
It's good they remind you don't actually steal their real cards.
yeah. Then we go to Bam Bam, the brute action. Funny story. Somebody I know from our local scene, they pitched card design like 2 years ago, and they called their card Bam Bam as well.
It's a very brute name.
It's
I don't think Brute needed more item destruction. They already
no,
have
it did
so
not.
much. Why did Brutes have like 5 item destruction cards?
Well, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It really didn't need it. I do like this in a club build, and I've been thinking
It's
for the
fine.
last.
It's a good card, but they didn't need more of them.
Yeah, the nice thing in club is that is an instant, right? Which is really good.
Yes,
So
for
you can club
Reinhard,
them.
it is another intimidate.
Yeah. And the question is, I mean, I'd love to play club Reiner. Is it going to be viable? It really depends
Probably
which
not.
way the meta goes.
I
I'd
think
err on
it'll
the side
take
of no, but
I think it will take a few weeks for people to figure out what the new heroes do. I think after US Nets we will see.
Yeah,
That's the big show off now.
Yeah, we'll probably need a week more or so to solidify, but we'll see. Give me that Cerebellum. Cerebellum is pretty cheap though, Herald.
I think it just wants to break it with Bam Bam.
Oh, yeah, that fair. But again, we have 2 cards that already does it: Arc Smash and Smashing Performance. Like, sure, I'll take one more, but honestly, Brute also has so many 3 blocks. Mechs, which have mostly dealt with items so far, you just fatigue them. It just doesn't matter. Anyway, how you doing, Mitch? Surface Shaking. Go again. When this enters the arena, create 3 Seismic Surge tokens. At the beginning of your action phase, destroy this. Then you may put up to X cards from your hand on the bottom of your decks, where X is the number of Seismic Surge tokens you control. Draw cards equal to the number of cards put at the bottom of this.
This is a Valda card.
Yeah, I was going to say, for Walda, this is pretty great. Seems great for Walda.
I will say it's a Guardian Aura with Go Again. So for that alone...
Yeah.
No, it's a very good card. Basically, the 3 you pay now, you get back next turn.
Yeah. Mitch, you're excited about the new set? Yeah, me too. Like, at this point, I'm FOMOing because I'm worried that when I go to UKG on Friday, that they're gonna sell out of boxes before I get to the stand. I know it's completely stupid. It's not gonna happen.
Probably not.
But I'm still FOMOing about it. I told my partner, I was like, first thing that I need to do when we go to in the door on Friday morning is like, I'm making a beeline to the LSS stand. I'm like, give me 2 boxes. Give me 2 boxes because I want 1 box to crack on the weekend. Like, as soon as we get back to the hotel, she agreed to enter the sealed event with me on Sunday. So we're gonna play some sealed, so I can teach her about the new heroes and all that. And obviously, I'm bringing 1 box back, so we can open that on stream because I'm not gonna get my case probably until the Friday of next week. So I'm gonna make sure we can open some packs.
They can start shipping the Friday of release, so they can only start shipping it on Friday. You get it Saturday.
Yeah, but my LCS is doing another pre-release on that Friday.
Okay, yeah, then you can pick it up on the day.
Exactly. Preach Modesty. This is a ninja card. This enters the arena with a balance counter at the beginning of your action phase. Destroy this unless you remove a balance counter from it. Heroes' abilities can't create cards. I don't know where this slots in.
It's good. It's quite good against specific decks, but I don't see a current ninja that would play it.
Yeah.
Also, I think it's either Benji or Katsu with that old guy from Wax On, Wax Off.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
I don't know which one of the two it is for Benji or Katsu.
I love the art. Like, I love the art.
It's great art. The red moon, the mountains.
Yeah, it's very flavorful. I'm gonna get a 3 off anyway, but yeah, it's like it could be good eventually. And yes, Mitch, I think Undercover Acquisition is good. We have 2 pre-release this weekend and 1 next Thursday. Nice. Yeah, if you want a lot of cards, then you gotta go to the pre-releases.
I got 1 pre-release this Sunday.
Nice. How many is everybody else playing? I can only do 1 because I'm at UK Board Game Expo this weekend, but also they're doing sealed like every single day and drafts every single day.
That
so
also counts as a pre-release.
Sorry?
That also counts as a pre-release if you're playing.
Yes, and you get 2 packs for every win. So if I wanted, I could basically grind all weekend long. But that's not what I go to UK Games Expo for. It's like, no, I'm going to UK Board Game Expo for the
walk around and watch board games.
Exactly. I'm going for the 10th time. This is just a weekend we look forward to every year. We go play board games, drinking some beer, coffee, demoing games, feeling like a kid, seeing shiny colors and buying stuff and buying, games as toys. And it's like, no, I can play Flesh and Blood all year. This weekend is not Flesh and Blood. And I even feel bad for doing 1 sealed on Sunday. So yeah, we're doing 1. That's it. Anyway, escalate bloodshed. We're gonna
Alright.
ignore this card because apparently it's
Let's
terrible.
talk about this disaster of a card.
Whenever a hero
It's
draws a
warrior
card during an action phase, they lose 1 life. At the beginning of each hero's action phase, they draw a card. At the beginning of each hero's end phase, if a weapon did not attack this turn, destroy this, it's an aura. Tell me why this card is terrible.
Because it's a warrior card that only works against other warriors, which we didn't need. We already got Kabuto, which I also don't get why they made that, because against other... It's always a minus for you because you have to play it on your turn.
Yes.
So they first get to draw a card. It's not even if they use the weapon, they have to attack with the weapon. So Rangers will never trigger it. Wizards will never trigger it. A Guardian can just attack with a big attack. It's just so bad in every way. It doesn't block. The instant part doesn't work because if you play it at the end of the turn, if they have not attacked with the weapon, it just blows itself up. I don't get why they put 18 different downsides on it. It's genuinely one of the worst cards they've ever made.
I can't answer. I don't know. I have no answer for you. I just feel bad.
I see absolutely no situation where this is.
Yeah.
Even in the Warrior Mirror, they will be the first ones to get card advantage from.
Yeah.
Because even if you play it on their turn and it stays, and you go to your turn to draw, it just replaces itself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why they made this card. Generally, I don't get it.
You know what? This actually, like, I'm not a huge fan of Bam Bam, but it
It's
feels
better
like...
in every
yeah.
way.
It's
at least playable. It has a point.
All right, we're gonna ignore this, and maybe it's gonna be Brute Warrior set, and the world is healed, right?
I hope.
Yeah.
We can dream.
Exactly. Deny Redemption, Runeblade action card. When this attacks a hero with more life than you, deal 1 arcane damage to them. This damage can't be prevented. Instant. Discard this. Heroes can't gain life this turn.
So yeah, they banned
Germinate?
Counter Blessings, so...
Okay.
No, they banned Counter Blessings, so card is useless.
Okay. All right.
This was made before they decided to ban Counter Blessings.
Fair. I don't know enough
Now,
about Runeblades.
no, I don't see a point.
Burn Bear. Deal 6 arcane damage to any target. Instant discard this to destroy target card with Phantasm that is attacking you. So, I don't know a lot about Kano, but I know that I think Prism is a pretty bad matchup. And
Sure is.
This is supposed to help with that.
Yeah, it's a non-attack popper.
Yeah.
It seems pretty good. Even 3 for 6 arcane, not bad, because 6 will do damage.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how much AB you have. 6 will do damage.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Wizards are bad against Prism. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I hear. Riddle with Regret. This is only the second Chaos card that we get, and I think this is the first serious Chaos card.
Third if you count the Fable.
Oh, sure. Yeah, but...
Gem is also Chaos.
Yeah, okay, fair. But, you know, we don't talk about Spurlocked. Go again. At the beginning of each hero's end phase, they lose X life, where X is the number of auras they controlled. When this triggered, if X is 3 or more, destroy this. Wait, what?
I don't get this card.
At the beginning of each hero's end phase, they lose
I understand.
X...
I understand what it does. I don't see the point.
I wonder if Chaos is just some weird stuff that they thought of, and they're like, this is never going to work. This is not going to do anything. So let's just make it Chaos.
Even into Prism, this is going to do what, 3-4 damage, and then it blows itself up.
So Mitch,
cool.
You're saying this is a good Mario card? Oh, it's an aura.
But you keep in mind, you also, at the end of your turn, you...
Yeah.
So they need to have like 5 auras. Yeah, but it's loss of life, not damage. So it would not blow up War Allies, right?
No. But I guess it's good into Prism again, right? At least that's what Mitch is saying. Unpreventable damage. You only need to make. You only need 2 auras on the opponent's turn to make it worth it.
Yeah, but they need to have exactly 2 auras. If they have 3, it just does 3 damage and goes poof. And then you have lost 1 life and they lost 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think that's worth the card.
Yeah.
I think there are way too many situations where the card does nothing.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, honestly. So I'll let others make up their mind. But yeah, I struggle to see how this is good. Maybe
I don't
this
think
is
this card is.
maybe this is
Prove
4D
me wrong.
chess. I mean, you know, guys, if you have a recording of a game where this worked well, then
this
a
wouldn't
clip.
even work into Stack Florian because they just attack you there. And they don't take any damage.
All right. Claw of Insecarai, once per turn action, attack for 1. Spell Void 1.
It's
mean,
very good for Syndra.
Yeah.
It's incredible for Syndra. Into Arcane, the deck doesn't want to run AB. They have no pitch. And this is just Spell Void 2 every single turn. This makes the Arcane matchups not too bad for Syndra.
Yeah, good. I was actually wondering.
Do not play this in Fang. Does not work. Okay.
I was actually thinking about this potentially for 5 because it's a draconic weapon, but then I realized it doesn't have go again, at which point I was like, no.
Again,
no. Rush is telling you to drink.
I have done.
All right. Oh, it turned the card. I was already turning my head. Everbloom Life. Gain 1 life. A life is life. Choose an action card in the graveyard with cost less than total life you've gained this turn. Put it on the bottom of its own deck again. That seems pretty good. I don't know. Consigned to consigned to Cosmos and Shock. Deal 1 arcane damage as Shock. Banish X instant and or Aurora cards from your any graveyard, where X is the amount of arcane damage you've dealt this turn.
Yeah, this is another one where, oops, we banned counter blessings.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, this doesn't make any sense.
It's still good. It's still good. It's the Shock for 0.
Yeah, fine. Okay.
Because when you play this, you have played 2 lightning cards, user stick.
Okay, so just for the instant, you would actually go for it.
Yep, you still play it.
All right. Herald of Sekhem. Before we say anything else, this card art is amazing. Why do they keep giving illusionists like this beautiful?
Also, it's a great These Nuts joke.
Okay. Why? When this
Second
attacks...
These Nuts?
Oh, sure. 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 When this attacks, you may put a yellow card from your hand into your soul if you do deal 2 arcane damage to any target. I mean, it's 2 for 7. It's good.
2 for 9.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good card.
It's also good into decks that have a lot of poppers.
Yeah.
So you just get that little bit of soul at some point.
Disgusting. I mean,
it's pretty good.
You know, I've always been wondering how much more we need for Prism to be pushed to OP and her going speedrunning to 11.
You know they love Prism. She had a bad weapon for 1 set.
Yeah. I feel like she's always there on the fringes and like
she's a bit of their favorite.
I think the problem is you don't have that much space for red cards, right?
True.
Like
I think this one is quite good.
Yeah, but it replaces one of the others, right? All right, good. Arcane Compliance. Until the end of turn, effects can't increase arcane damage that the target action card on the stack would deal. So this is... I mean, it's good in... Yeah, exactly. It's if you think Kano is a problem in your meta, or Amp, this works for Amp as well, right?
Yes, anything.
So basically, you could also sideboard it into Verdance, right? Where she goes for the combo at the end with like a crap ton of...
if she amps 20 on the stick and you just say no.
Yeah. Good. Then why are these...
These are the marvels from the art. So in the
Okay.
Armory deck, the normal versions are, and we got the Marvels expansion slots.
All
We
right.
got the same last time with the Arachne Marvels from the older Arachnes.
Okay. So we already talked about Anka. We already talked about Oyston. So let's talk about
I don't think we talked
Sawbones.
about Oyston. We talked about Anka, but not Oyston.
Oyston. Attack. When this dies, create a gold token.
It's one of the better allies.
Yeah, I kind of like it. It's like 3 for 1, sure. It's 0 cost.
It's 0.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 0 attack for 3. Get a gold back always.
What rarity is it? Common, rare?
Doesn't matter. It's in the Armory deck. You get 3 of them.
Okay, fine. Okay.
I think it's Majestic, but Armory deck Majestics could just about been common if they're exclusive to the Armory deck.
Unless I only give you 2.
Unless they give you... Yeah, but if you get 3 in the Armory deck, it's rarity doesn't matter.
That's the funniest thing when the deck list came out and people realized that Call to the Grave? Call to the Grave?
Yeah, you get one.
There's like
I'm
one-off
happy I
copy.
bought the foil. I'm happy I bought the foil versions instead of the normal.
Yeah, it's like suddenly you see this one-off sales everywhere.
Yes. That is funny.
Alright.
I think they should release deck lists in the future. I think that could save a lot of issues.
It depends what they want the market to do. As a consumer, yes.
Well, they don't benefit from the secondary market. It doesn't matter for them if the card's 40 euros or 20.
No, but they did, the collectors, they do care about the market. They do care. It is an aspect that they care about, even if they don't benefit from it
Yeah, but
directly.
they don't benefit from people not knowing and then all of a sudden know. If it's already in the deck, it doesn't matter. Just tell it early.
Sure.
It
That's
also
fair.
helps with a bunch of these errata issues where people, if they see it earlier, they can issue issues earlier.
Yeah. All right, Sawbones, last card, Dockhand. Action, pay 1, attack, instant. Next time you or a pirate you control would be dealt damage this turn, prevent 1 of that damage.
Also, very good. It's 2 resources, so from a single blue you can play this for 2 and then attack for 1. 6 damage.
Seems
Very
pretty
solid.
good. 2 for 6 is always good. Yeah,
And the
good.
prevent 1 damage can always be a bit tricky.
Yeah.
Where they always have to over damage it.
Yeah. Cool. That's the end. It took longer than I thought, but
There
it was
are
pretty great.
There are 2 more cards in the Armory deck. That are not in the main set.
Okay, let's take them while we're here.
They are both called the loot cards. There are 2 blues. They should be somewhere at the bottom of the page. Oh, and the equipment.
Yes, we determined that the boots are crap.
The helmet is quite good.
Saltwater Death. When this defense, you may discard a card with what you grave. You do draw card. Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good.
It's basically just draw a card.
Yeah, it was what he wants. And discard, right? So feed the graveyard. Graven should. Okay, corpse. Destroy this. Discard a card. Gain 1. Destroy this. Discard a card. Gain resources equal to its pitch value. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's okay. So you can just discard a blue and then gain 3 pitch to then enable your hero power and have 3. But I think the legendary is better. But if you're playing on a budget, this is not bad.
Yeah.
This makes playing Whaler way easier.
Yeah. I think it's, if you don't want to go for the legendary that we discussed earlier on, right? You can play this and it's not going to be...
Yeah, it's fine. It works.
I do love the fact that they put these items, that they give it art of the hero that is playing this.
Yes, I do like that he got his own armor set. It looks really good. Except they didn't do that with the gloves.
Yeah, which is weird, right? But
which is weird. Why did we get common gloves?
Yeah, I don't know. Cool. So which one did we miss? Loot of the hold. Your next pirate ally attack this turn gets, when this hits a hero, they discard a card if they do create a gold.
It's really good because people do not want to block. Say you have one of those 6 attack allies.
Yeah.
Having to block it with 2 cards to not discard, and then still killing the allies can be tricky. Yeah. These are one of the cards that you kind of have to play.
Yeah. It's a blue 3 block as well, right? So yeah.
And Loot the Arsenal does the same for Arsenal.
Yeah. And again, so there's debates about should must-play cards be an armory deck, and I get it for the consumer. This is not good. I I'm not going to argue against that.
There
However,
are quite a lot of them in this.
if I'm
set.
LSS, I understand. Like, I want to sell both products, right? So, it's like, is it a consumer-friendly practice? No. Do I understand
I
it
would be
because I
happy if
want to
they
make
at
money?
some point print them outside of it,
Yeah,
where they should at some point start reprinting these exclusive cards.
yeah.
Because I think this could be a long-term issue. Where
Could be.
say in 3 years, there's Pirate Necro all of a sudden is very popular, and at that point it might be hard to find this.
Yeah, and I mean this is very oh damn it, words hard, can't speak. Just from my perspective, right? But I bought the Cerebellum processors recently because I was looking forward to playing Puffin and maybe needing them. They were fairly cheap, right? And the Dash IO deck has been out for a while. So if we take that as an example, then yeah, maybe not. But we'll have to see how it plays out. Loot the arsenal. Your next pirate ally attack this turn gets, when this hits a hero, destroy a card in their arsenal. If you do create a gold, that's also very good.
Yeah, these are just staples in the deck.
Yeah.
Blue 3 blocks that enable your hero power so you can play your, and then they give you on hits that they have to block.
Yeah.
Forcing them to block is the best way to keep your.
Yeah. All right, and that's everything. So I think just if I like after we looked at these cards now and we just talked about the heroes, like just to sum it up, I would say Marlynn may be the best hero, like out of the gate. Puffin could be second, but she may need some cooking. She may turn out to be better, but it'll need some time to figure out. And the Necro, Gravy, could be needs maybe some more cards before he's good.
Yes, yeah, I agree with that. I think Marlyn is just to just have good attacks. I think Puffin is one of the decks where you have to combine all the mechanics from all kind of different sets that don't really work together that well. Because each of the mech sets has had their own kind of mechanic. They don't really fit together. And Gravius, I think, just needs a few more pieces. All the bits on their own are quite good, but they just don't fit together yet.
Yeah.
I do agree that Gravius is way better than Teklo. But he does lose into Teklo.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's like it wouldn't be surprising to me if Necro, being a new class, just needs a little bit more time, needs some more support. Obviously,
yes, that's why I hope they would release a generic Necro before class Necro or the talented Necro. Now we have every single card is talented. So if they now release a generic Necro, they have nothing. They would again be at 0.0.
Yeah.
Gravy would get better because now he has a lot more cards, but then that new Necro again is at a very basic pool.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if they can navigate that, or if you are worried about will come to pass, right? We'll see. Sometimes LSS is better than I give them credit for, and sometimes they do fall into those traps, right?
Very easy to fix. Gravy is very easy to fix by just giving him a weapon.
Yeah.
Like they could fix the entire hero with that. So I'm not too worried about it. If they see this hero sees no play, I'm sure we will get its card within the year.
And that's at least a good thing that that they left that slot open and the compass is offhand. So if they need to give him something, sure, I get that, but I think if they see they need something, as you say, it's a quick fix that they could deliver somehow. Well, yeah, this was awesome. Thank you for
having me.
No, thank you for coming on and helping me understand the set. I definitely know much more about it now than I did before. It'll help me go into the next weeks and preparing for the new season, because we'll probably see some of these cards in play, if not the heroes, and I'll be much better understanding
the new heroes we'll see so much on Talishar the first week.
Oh yeah,
everybody's practicing for Nats. Everybody's like definitely US Nats, and new heroes are just popular.
Yeah, but I mean, they're not gonna be. No, we're gonna see them live after next week.
Starting Friday.
Yeah.
Starting Friday, they will be legal in Teleshore CC.
All right. I was planning to play some games today, but considering what time it is, I think we're gonna have to postpone that for tomorrow. I'm sorry for everybody who was here for Flesh and Blood gameplay, but you know, with Lilian leading me through the thought process, which cards are good and bad, I think this was awesome, and I hope you got something out of it as well. But I will be back tomorrow, and I will be playing some games tomorrow. So if you're here usually for gameplay, come back tomorrow, hopefully. And otherwise, Lilian, thank you so much again for joining me. It was great. And thank you everyone for watching. I'll see everyone hopefully tomorrow. Take care, everyone. See you soon. Bye-bye.